This is a Headgum podcast.
She's looking strong. She has a very positive attitude. I think we all feel she is in some ways more mentally prepared. This was James Disbrow, chairman of the U.S. Figure Skating Association's International Committee, in a February 2nd statement that cleared Nancy Kerrigan to compete in the 1994 Winter Olympics. On January 12th, a male assailant had struck Kerrigan on the leg with a police baton as she departed practice. The attempt had been on her landing knee, but the attacker mistakenly hit her thigh, sparing her the career-ending injury allegedly intended. 2 days later, the suspect, Shane Stant, surrendered to the FBI, and the ensuing investigation quickly centered on Kerrigan's chief figure skating adversary, fellow U.S. Olympic team member Tonya Harding. While Harding was never proved to have advanced knowledge of the attack, her husband Jeff Gillooly and security guard Sean Eckerd admitted to hiring Stant and his uncle to debilitate Kerrigan to advance Harding's career. Kerrigan would persevere and win the silver medal at that year's Lillehammer Games, while Harding, still permitted to compete, placed 8th. Later, after Harding confessed to taking part in the cover-up, though not the crime, USFSA International Committee Chairman Disbrow banned her from the sport for life, an ignominious end to an otherwise accomplished career. But Disbrow's capable crisis management of the most notorious scandal in ice skating history, while the whole world watched, may only be his second biggest accomplishment. Because he's also the founder, along with partner Scott Lowry, of a buffalo wing-focused chain restaurant with nearly 1,300 U.S. locations. In 1981, Disbrow, who had previously lived in Buffalo, New York, was judging an ice skating competition at Ohio's Kent State University when he and friend Lowry noticed an inability to get quality wings in the area. The next year, they launched a wing joint concept, savvily positioning the eatery near the Ohio State University. Their deep-fried bird collab would grow to massive scale over the next 4 decades, helping to expedite the rise of the chicken wing as a national cuisine. In recent years, the Tonya Harding scandal has resurfaced via dueling documentary series and the bizarrely cast and painfully unsubtle film I, Tonya, and an ineffective fictionalization of a much more interesting factual reality. So much more interesting, in fact, that a central figure in the scandal was also the founder of Buffalo Wild Wings. This week on Doughboys, we return, once again, to B-dubs. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants.
That's a scary sight. You?
I was trying to do a thing, so for our audio listeners, I'm pointing my thumb and forefinger at the camera.
What is that? What is the movie where the person does that and it is like kind of
Taxi Driver?
Is it Taxi Driver? Yeah, probably Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think talking to me?
It's 100% Taxi Driver.
You talking to me?
I'm saying, isn't there another one where like, is it like a creepy guy who does that and like does the little
Taxi Driver?
Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver, yeah.
Ask again.
Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Bowels Moving Asshole, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell.
Well, that works today.
Fitting for today's topic. That's from Son H, pronounced Son. Hey, Doughboys. After hearing the recent My Neighbor Totoro roast, do you remember that?
Yes, I think I do. I don't know.
Do you remember what it was?
It's like slower Totoro or some
My
bullshit.
Neighbor Dotoro, some shit like that.
Yeah, I think the one was comparing me to like Totoro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well,
I like Totoro. It's probably pretty nice, honestly.
It's a great comparison. Yeah. He's a very lovable figure. My coworker and I came up with some more Miyazaki-inspired roasts. It's the dumbest thing we've ever done. Shout out to Stephen Andrews for co-writing these. Yeah, you got to shout out your co-writer for Bowels Moving Asshole. That was definitely a collab. All right, here are a few more.
This is like how Marvel movies are written by like 5 people. This roast is written by 2 guys or 2 people. I don't know who it is.
I've done some punch up on some movies, and you get a letter from the WGA with all the people who worked on it.
That's like, just please stop doing what you're doing.
It's funny because you'll get like this. You'll be working on a movie, and it's just like, this is a comedy that sucks, that no one likes. And then there are like 36 writers who have all worked on this movie. And then ultimately the only people who get credited are like 2 or 3 people. But like so many people took a pass at this thing.
Yeah.
And it just sucks. A waste of everyone's time. As these roasts are, Bowels Moving
Don't talk
Asshole.
that way about disaster movie.
I wish I worked on a disaster movie. I would love to work on a spoof movie. I've never been given the honor.
That's like a fair game for anything. Spoof movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a punch. It's all punch up. Right?
It's all punch up. It's all
The whole
jokes.
thing.
Used to be.
Should I read these alts?
They took the spoof movies away from us. Why? 'Cause they don't even exist.
They don't make
anymore.
them anymore.
Well, you know why? You can't make that.
You
can't make that now.
anymore.
You can't make a
can't
spoof.
Make it
You can't
anymore.
make that anymore.
You can't spoof things anymore.
Yep. You can't spoof.
You can't. You used to be
can't
able
spoof
to.
anymore.
You can't do it anymore.
Epic
can't-
movie can never make that today.
No.
No.
Vampire
You could never
Suck
make that
couldn't make
today.
it.
Yeah.
Could
couldn't
never make that movie today.
Apocalypse Now.
Never make that today.
They actually are they're remaking it.
Oh, they are remaking
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Did
no,
you know
see,
about
that's
that?
what he's saying. He's saying Apocalypse Now. You can
Yeah,
easily
you can.
remake
Oh,
that.
that one
Yeah,
you can remake.
that's when you-
Yeah,
that's
scary
what you do.
movie, no way.
Scary movie. No, you can't make that today.
But like not another Apocalypse Now you could not make today. Because that's the
Yes,
spoof of
yeah.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't exist. You should. I mean, I'm saying not Apocalypse Now. You should make.
Yeah, I could. I mean,
But if it was made back in the
back
past,
in the day, I could make it.
You couldn't make it now.
Oh, okay. Wait, so the rule is so I can make it?
No,
a spoof
you
movie?
couldn't make it.
You
not
couldn't
Apo-
make
you
it.
couldn't
It's called
do it.
Apocalypse Then.
Yeah, that's good.
That is good.
See, these movies are all punch up. Why?
They had a bunch of alts here. Spirited McKay, like Spirited Away. Okay.
Spirited McKay. What?
Like I think it's supposed
Like
to be
McDonald's?
like it's supposed to be like Mickey, like the Spirited Mickey, like a reference. That's a deep cut.
Yeah,
That's-
sure.
That should have come later.
That should have come
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
Well, we don't know if the ones after this are worse.
Squintchess Mononoke for Princess Mononoke.
Okay, yeah, no,
that's
maybe
all right.
maybe came in the right spot.
Rascal in the Sty for Castle in the Sky. I don't know why you don't just do asshole again there.
I don't know
Asshole
why
in the
you
Sky?
would list bowels moving.
Oh, I get it now. I just got it. Because I was trying to write one. I was like, oh, bowels moving. It should have been just, I guess bowels moving asshole is the right thing.
Howl's
Yeah.
Bowels Moving
Yeah.
Asshole off of Howl's Moving Castle
Right.
was that is correct. You did a good job with that one. I think maybe just don't show your
That
work
is correct.
and send all the alts.
Yeah, no one wants to see the alts.
Yeah.
Send the selects.
That's like look, a DVD. The bonus features on a DVD. I like seeing what else they
Yeah.
got. But in this scenario, I don't want to see the alts.
Should we paywall just this chunk of the episode? Just the alternate roast. Go on Patreon only. Roast@birdfuck.com.
Why? It's a bit of tummy trouble this morning.
Yeah.
And a bit of I've been dealing with some since like October I got sick and I was like
Sick, how?
I got like what felt like a flu or cold and I
Right.
tested negative for COVID. And then I told people on here where I was you got something in your tooth?
I ate an apple just before we started.
Uh-oh.
I got like some apple.
He's got something in his tooth, it seems like.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to work on it while I knew we were in your single. So I was like, okay, I'm off camera.
I saw you tonguing that corner of your
You
yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
finish the monologue though.
I couldn't finish my monologue.
sorry for distracting you.
This is like if Jay Leno was going and then Kevin was over there and he was picking his tooth, you know what I mean? Like Jay's gonna check in
Yeah,
on
right.
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin,
But
what's
Jay
going on
should
over
know
there?
better to not talk to Kevin because he's picking.
That's a good
Right.
He's
point.
recognized it. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the camera on me. Keep talking. Okay. Kevin's like, and you're like, okay. Kevin's like, in the news right now, a lot of people are pissed about the weather. So they're angry about the weather. And we're back to
Judgino.
Kevin. Back to Kevin.
Oh, that's crazy, Jay. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Kevin, what do you think about the weather, Kevin?
I think in Jay Leno's mind, he's probably like, what's going on with Kevin? Did something happen at the baked potato where he performs? You know,
Right,
Kevin will
yes,
play
yeah,
the baked
yeah.
potato.
He will?
Kevin will.
wow.
Kevin is a good musician. He is
He's an amazing musician. He's a
great-
phenomenal
he's
jazz
he
guitarist.
is, he
He's
is.
a what you call a professional musician.
Yeah. That's the thing of the Tonight
It'd
Show.
be funny if he was bad.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we just like him so much. He's not the best.
No, it's him and Renford Marsalis before him is the Jay Leno band leaders, incredibly accomplished jazz musician.
Kevin's
Right.
Country. We've talked about. We like Kevin's
Love
Country.
Kevin's Country.
Kevin's Country.
Kevin's Country is.
I don't know what this is.
When Leno ended.
So Leno would
You
end
weren't
his
a Leno
show.
guy? Did you not watch Leno? Do you watch Letterman instead of
I'm
Leno?
a Letterman guy, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a Letterman
that's
guy.
crazy. to
I
me.
was more of a
Most
Letterman
comedians
guy,
out
but-
here are Leno guys.
Oh, really? Okay.
Here, Mitch, play your drop so we can introduce our guest
sure.
officially.
Emma hit him with a drop. You know what? 2024, no cum talk.
Come.
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 Quincy.
No peeking.
What the hell? How the hell? Quincy.
No peeking.
What the hell? How the hell?
Mr. Slice. Mr. Slice.
Dear Lord.
Little Final Fantasy VII there.
Yes.
Little one-winged angel.
One spooned angel.
Wow.
Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're hitting, dude. We're hitting anime. We're hitting video games. Very weeby to start the show.
What's weeby?
You don't know what that means.
What's weeby? Is that a new word?
I think it's not a new word at all.
It's been around for a
Yeah.
bit. Just someone who's
not
like
new?
really, it's kind of like a Westerner who's like a little too into like Japanese culture. I think.
It's not like Chugi. Chugi's new.
No,
relatively.
Chugi's not.
Chugi, I think, is
different.
new. Yeah, Chugi's its own thing.
Or a weeb, is that?
Weeb, yeah.
A weeb, right?
Yeah, weeb.
Yeah.
Like you're a freaking weeb. You
weeb.
like anime and manga and video games. You know.
Got it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard that term.
Yeah.
Truly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Weebay, a character on The Wire. Remember Weebay?
I do like Weebay.
Weebay's
Good
fun.
character. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember Weebay from The Wire?
No, I only watched the first season.
Yeah, I
gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. People tell me I gotta watch it.
We don't want to be those guys that you gotta say you gotta watch
Yeah.
it, but wise, you gotta
watch
watch
The Wire.
Wire.
I was gonna say you did. You see the first season,
Well,
you get it. Like,
What the hell, really?
I mean, it's all good. It's good TV. It's excellent TV. I would say
Yeah.
treat yourself and watch The Wire because it's a great show. But like, if you've seen the first season of The Wire, you know what The Wire is. You have a sense.
Yeah.
of what
Wire's
it
up
is.
there for me with Mad Men and Sopranos.
Well,
is
Sopranos
my-
to me is
Yeah, that's
Sopranos is
that's
king.
S tier. That's number
Sopranos
one.
is
Yeah.
king.
that's the greatest thing ever made. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Movies included.
Yeah, honestly.
I love it too.
Did you credit the dropper?
Hi DK. Hey DK and Mitch. Okay, just the two of us saying hello to. It's been roughly 1 month since Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out, and roughly 2 months since the episode Mitch said no cum talk in 2024, with cum talk at an all-time high. I'm just reading the email. Made a mashup of the two in honor of the one spooned angel, Mr. Slice.
Wow.
Enjoy? ? Thomas. Lee 10 tickles in the Discord. Thanks, Thomas.
Drops at birdfuck.com. By the way, didn't I specifically solicit a roast on a previous episode, or a drop rather on a previous episode? I was like, hey, make this into a drop.
Yeah, I think you did.
Have we gotten that drop yet?
I don't know if people really listen to you in that way.
It was an episode that's out, right?
Yeah, no, it's out. But also,
All
like,
right.
that's your easy way to get a drop played.
Yeah, get your
if you're a
drop-
lazy dropper, why you're literally handed it to you.
Whatever
I can
Mike-
make a
I
drop.
hate lazy
You could
droppers.
absolutely
I can
make a
make
drop.
drops.
You could make a drop if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
I would
I
love.
mean,
I'll make you one.
I would love to have a celeb drop on the show. That would
I'll
be
do
great.
it. I'll make a drop.
Wow.
I'll do it.
Wow.
It's funny because I
On the
felt
list.
bad as you were sitting through the drop. I felt bad, and you're a comedian who gets.
I'm a cum guy. Yeah.
You're a cum guy.
Yeah, I've like worked with cum for years, so it's not a big deal for me. And even then, you felt bad.
Even
Yeah.
I felt bad even for after all of that.
Yeah,
So,
we come up together.
Yeah,
That's true.
we've come up together.
We come up together. We
Our
come
guest-
up with all kinds of things.
Our guest today, an actor and a comedian who you can see as Thaddeus in the new series Fallout.
Wow.
Now streaming today, April
Oh.
11th, as of episode release on Amazon Prime. Johnny Pemberton is back. Johnny, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me back here.
What a treat. What a joy.
Is that the
Super
premiere?
treat.
Is the 11th? Is a
I think,
recent?
comes
It's out today, yeah.
Yeah, all episodes too.
Pretty good on our
Oh,
end.
well.
We're usually really bad with that. I think this is great.
It's timed out nicely.
I'm happy for us that we did an
Yeah.
okay
Yeah.
job. Sorry,
You guys definitely did it.
we did it. We did it.
It was definitely you and not tons of emails.
Wait, where did you shoot Fallout?
We shot it mostly in New York.
Okay.
We also went to Namibia for a couple weeks.
Whoa.
And we went to Utah for a couple weeks.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Utah
Utah
much less.
can be beautiful, right?
Yeah, but we were in this place called West Wendover, which is 2 hours west of Salt Lake.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
It's a bad spot.
We went to
Little
Salt Lake
barren.
City, and I thought Salt Lake City was nice, but
Salt
2
Lake's great.
hours,
Yeah, it's
2
lovely.
hours, 2 hours outside of Salt Lake City. I
But
could
you
see
drive through literally nothing. You drive on a road that it's like, when people say, you gotta go to the bathroom now because
Yeah,
we don't have to stop. There's no place to stop. There's not a single
Jeez.
place to stop at all for like 2 hours because you're driving through these Salt flats.
Damn.
Yeah. That's the whole
wild.
point, though. It's
Hey.
supposed to look apocalyptic.
Sure.
If you need some salt, though, you're in
Yeah.
It's
luck.
right there.
It's right there.
You
You're
know,
in
you got a
luck.
pocket for it.
You
Scoop it up off the ground.
It sounds like a great part of the country to listen to Kevin's country as you're driving too. You've already said you don't know this. It was the end of the show song before Conan, so sometimes
Okay.
you would catch
Yeah.
the end of it before Conan. I'm guessing you were a Conan. Were you
I'm a
Letterman
Conan.
and then switched over to Conan guy?
I was both. I don't think I watched them maybe on air all the time.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
definitely watched Conan. Like Conan was like, Conan's like your friends. Like
Yeah,
you watch
sure.
it with your friends because
Yeah.
my parents don't watch Conan.
Yeah.
We watch Conan because it's like was the coolest thing ever. So I don't remember exactly. That was so long ago.
Yeah, I know. My
That's
mom
forever
and dad, yeah, they didn't. I don't think they watched Conan either, but they went to a taping with me. I was
Really?
pissed that they wouldn't watch Conan. I was pissed they didn't like the stuff I liked. You know what I mean?
But
That
that's-
sucks, man.
yeah.
It sucks when your parents don't like the same things you do.
I know.
That's all
It's
you
like-
want as a kid.
Isn't I feel like the opposite? Like my parents like something like I don't like that
Yeah.
anymore.
Right.
I'll be like, "Ma, Pam Anderson, isn't she hot?" And my mom will be like, "She's okay." I was like, "What the fuck? She doesn't make you want to jack off?" And my mom just wasn't.
I prefer
into it.
Sophia Loren. Of course you
Heidi
do.
Klum.
Yeah.
First of all, another friend of the show,
Yes.
Right?
Zach Cherry, is in this
Oh,
show
yeah.
as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach and I did a show together too. Zach and I
hell
did a show
yeah.
together for a whole season of a show
Wow.
that nobody really saw, but it was an NBC show. Yeah,
That's wild.
Do you want to shout it out?
I feel bad. That's what it's called.
There you
Oh.
go.
I feel bad. Yeah, it was a fun little show though. It was good.
I'm very excited to
Yeah, me
watch
too,
the
man.
show. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were talking a little bit about the Fallout games before
Right.
before Mitch arrived, and I know you kind of like get with these kind of open world games with just like it sounds like you kind of get overwhelmed by the aspect of like you just can go anywhere
Yeah.
and pick up anything.
the collecting, like
Yeah,
having to
right.
manage like a backpack or a purse or like when you have items. I always have trouble with any games where you have tons of items. I get like. I don't want to throw something away. I don't want
Right,
to
right.
hold on to it. Yeah, I have trouble with those games for sure.
And then you're in the end game, and I've got
Yeah.
200 high potions I never use. Like
Yeah.
I'm fighting the final boss. This was what did I do any of this for? Yeah, I've gotten better at, and a lot of this was via Baldur's Gate 3, but like but other games I played in recent years, I'm just like, you know what? I get a consumable, I'm just gonna fucking use it.
Right,
I'm
you
not
gotta
gonna
use it.
hoard all my fire arrows. I can just shoot a goblin with a fire arrow.
You know, you've been treating this podcast quite a bit like Get Played recently. Your video game podcast.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever been so concerned about your digital clutter in a fucking video game. I got too many potions in my backpack.
You play video games,
I do
Mitch,
play
and you're
video
also a
games,
guy who's
too. And guess
obsessive
what?
about being a completionist. So that you're
Fallout-
included in this conversation.
what games do you like? Those type of games though?
I do. I like Fallout. And also Fallout, got to give it credit here, visits Quincy, Massachusetts.
Right.
It does, right? Yeah,
It does.
I think about that.
There's
Yeah.
a section of Fallout that goes to Quincy.
What's that say about Quincy?
I think that it's how could a beautiful city fall into such disrepair like
Oh,
that?
Right.
okay. Yeah, it's definitely that, right?
That's like
Yeah.
because there's all these mutants in the Fallout universe, and they get to this one block of
There's
Quincy,
mutants
and
there now.
they get this one block of Quincy in this one house, and they're like, "Oh, this basement has a cum golem."
How are these mutants so mutated? Wow, what's wrong with them? They're so mutated more than other ones. Oh, they're drinking the cum. They're drinking all this basement cum.
Vast reservoir of cum.
First of all, if I had a crim golem, crim
Yeah.
is the word we're using in place of cum because we've said
Oh.
cum so much.
I'm not sure I
Oh.
feel about crim.
You like,
I like
flesh
crim.
crema. Crim, I think, is
you
good.
like crim.
I like any word that is not the word.
Yeah.
Like I used to say the word jazz instead of jizz.
That
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
a fun one. Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll go with jazz.
Like,
you go
oh
with
my
crim.
God, I'm covered in jazz. I'm about to jazz all over the place.
Oh, Kevin, what's going on over there? Looks like you're about to jazz.
Kevin, you get some jazz on your shit? I like how J-Lo has become Butters or something like that. Or, what's the character? Yeah, it's Timmy, right?
Timmy, yeah.
Yeah, Timmy Leno. Kevin, you got a little bit of jazz on your shit?
You guys hear about Cartman? Have you heard about Cartman?
Yeah, jazzy car.
By the way,
Yeah.
wait, do I what?
No, as like when you play one of these games, you hoard stuff. I imagine.
I do hoard
you
stuff.
can't not do it.
But I was going to say,
I
when
do.
you said I call jizz jazz, I immediately thought of the Star Wars music jizz.
Sure.
What?
So I thought you were in Star Wars. There's music that's like jazz.
The
and
Mos
they're
Eisley
called
Cantina.
jizz.
No, it's not.
No,
It's the truth.
It's
it-
called jizz.
It's
it
called
is in the
jizz
Star Wars
music.
encyclopedia, which I had as a kid. The music that the modal nodes, who is the band in the cantina, plays. Exactly. Yeah, that
So
is.
that's a jizz band.
It's called Jizz, and I've told this story on the podcast before.
not.
It is. It's canonically
It is.
So
Jizz.
didn't someone like slip that in there and no one bothered to check?
Probably George Lucas was like, that's how Jizz sounds
I
right.
like to jizz. I think
it
might-
should be
Was he
Jizz.
originally called Jizz Jar Banks?
And people are like, you're going like overboard.
Jizz Jar Spunk. This is Jizz Jar Spunk. God, I can't believe that.
I've told the story on the podcast before, but there was a kid in my my middle school band and orchestra got like sweatshirts, and you got like to write something custom. So I'd like get like, my hooded sweatshirt and it'd say Nick Clarinet. And this one kid who was into Star Wars got his and it was like, oh, like the music, and so he got one that said Steven Jizzwhaler. And he had that on a school sweatshirt.
Which is the
my
term.
God.
if
The
you're-
canonical name, if you play the style of jizz, you are a jizzwhaler.
This
like
is
to
like
whale
way
jizz.
too. I love Steven. I love George Lucas now.
Yeah.
Like Jizz Whaler.
Yeah.
That's like I wouldn't come up with that name in a million years. Jizz Whaler.
Right.
The whale.
That's
By
like
the
a-
way, I told you I saw the whale sequel, Whale Rider, the other day.
Goes in a different direction.
Goes in a different direction. We
Is that
love
the,
we love the Brendan Fraser movie, The Whale. I don't know if you've
yeah.
seen it, where he jacks off.
He's
and-
kind of a jizzwhaler himself.
he is a jizz whaler himself.
He is the original Shai Halud.
You said we were talking about it before Mitch gets here. I gotta. You know what? That's the medicine I get because I was close to 20 minutes. I was 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
I was dealing with some.
Yeah.
You were Mitch.
I was dealing with some tummy troubles.
Yeah.
Last night. So I've been sick since I got sick in October.
Okay.
I'm starting to figure out that I think that it's very sinus related wise on that end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so I may get a sinus surgery. I don't know.
Wow.
So that but like I have like heavy brain fog every day. It's been
Really?
like bad. It sucks. But a lot of times the two things that they say is your stomach or your head. But the issue is I also have stomach issues. Those
When you
are
say
that's
stomach, do you mean bowels or do you mean stomach?
which I know we share this in
Right.
common.
Right, yeah.
It's very much it's like a very much an IBS.
IBS.
Sort of scenario,
Right.
which is like when I've gone to the doctor, that's what they've said.
Yeah,
I mean, this
IBS
is
is
disgusting, but like
different.
so suddenly, I have to go to the bathroom very
Yeah.
suddenly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Yeah. Oftentimes it will. Manifest itself as that. Yes.
It will manifest itself.
Well,
Shai Halud will manifest itself as diarrhea.
by the way, before we get further into this disgusting topic, it was very cute because Jemmy was waiting for you. She like
Yes.
popped up next
Mm-hmm.
to your regular spot before Uncle Mitch arrived.
That's like that. It's that sort of thing of like if I died, it's like
Yeah.
Jemmy kept sitting in that chair every day, even though he was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Other podcasts are recording in here.
What the fuck is this dog?
doing here?
You won't leave.
It just
I mean,
smells so good.
You would replace me with some. I mean, I'm sure Gabers or somebody would be in this chair.
I mean, the joke
Jemmy would be in that chair.
Yeah, it would just be Jemmy. Jemmy would be co-hosting. No, the joke I'd make is like I could swap out someone else in a heartbeat, no one would notice. But that's not the truth. If you were not around to do the podcast, we wouldn't do the podcast.
It's very funny. A thing that our listeners do, which they don't do with you as much, is that they'll be like, who would be like the replacement for Mitch if he left?
Don't anticipate Mitch's death.
Yeah, don't wait for me to. Don't be.
Well, or
yes.
maybe they're saying like you would be your acting career would be you'd be such a busy actor. That
Oh
you would
yes!
have
Oh
time
my
to
God!
podcast.
I know that scenario is very likely. You're right. There is some sort of
You're
scenario
doing
where
great. You're thriving.
Sure.
You can never be too busy for a podcast, though.
That is kind of how I feel.
That's the unfortunate
That's
reality.
what Jason Bateman has taught us.
Lessons from Smartless.
Yeah.
One of the many lessons of Smartless is you can never be too. I think
can
that
never
is.
be
I
too
think
busy
that's. I think
for
that is. I think
podcasting.
that's true. I think that is true.
Okay, so we talked about this last time you were on
Right.
the podcast, but like You can say exactly what your condition is, whatever you want to share
Right.
about it, but you have some gut issues of your own.
Yeah, I had ulcerative colitis for years, and I had my colon removed about 20 years ago.
That's right. You told us
And
that, yes.
now I have pouchitis, essentially.
Pouchitis.
Which is essentially just ulcerative colitis of the J pouch, which is like sort of the internal. I mean, it's a long story essentially, but yeah, I don't have anything. I'm complete now. I'm like, I poop out of my asshole. There you go.
Hey, there you go.
That's
And
pretty
I have
great.
nothing inside of me that is not flesh.
Hey, okay.
So I don't have like any appliances or anything like that. But
Can you
I
say
did have
the
a
same?
colostomy bag for a few months.
Wow, you did.
Yeah, because there's two
Oh my
surgeries.
God, that's wild.
You have a 2-part surgery. I talk about this a lot in my show, Minnesota Reggae Colostomy Bag, which I've been doing on and off. But yeah, I had a colostomy bag for about 3 months, I guess, because it's a 2-part surgery. So you have to heal up while this thing inside you, the J pouch, heals. While that heals, you have to have the colostomy bag. So
Got it.
yeah. So
Wow.
I've
I can't even imagine
experienced it.
you've been through the ring because I can't. When
Yeah.
it's hellish for me, it's extremely hellish, and I can't even imagine because that seems a
but you
billion
have
times
IBS.
worse.
It's different.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
IBS is irritable bowel syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
and I had something called ulcerative colitis, which is considered an inflammatory bowel disease, IBD.
Got it.
So there are different. IBS is, I mean, not to belittle your problem. But
No.
it's typically related to stress or allergies, and not so much like an endemic disease type thing.
Allergies
Yeah.
again
Yeah.
is very interesting.
Yeah,
if
you
that's
can-
what's causing it. Because
I mean, allergies. It could be like you need to stop eating dairy. It could be like a weird thing that
Yeah.
your body doesn't like, and you don't know it until you do like a super reductive diet, which is it's the
Right.
hardest thing in the world.
Yeah, and just
elimination diet.
just imagine, like, just hypothetically, let's say the person who's suffering this condition hosts a fast food podcast.
Yeah, I can't imagine how you'd possibly have IBS. I just it's one of those things where there's no Venn diagram where those intersect.
right, yeah.
Because they are overlapping completely. That's why.
it is like in my mind, I'm like, you have, and when it would be torturous for me, I remember
Yeah.
Bugmain,
Yes.
our friend Bugmain.
Our friend Bugmain.
Our good friend Bugmain.
we were pitching a show, me and Bugmain and
Yeah.
Jack and Armin.
His Bugmain's name shall not be known. Is it still?
I mean, I think people know who
people
he
have
is.
figured out who
you
Bugman
know.
is.
If you know,
If
you know.
you know.
If you're one of the true heads, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
the people for sure know. But people will still be like, it's Armin. They'll say it's Armin. I'm saying like
Yeah.
Bugmain and Armin. But
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
is that? I mean, are you kind of
mean,
doing?
am I
Are you
doing a
doing a
thing?
Andy Kaufman Zamuda thing there? Right.
Yes.
Or
You know.
Andrew WK kind of thing.
Yeah. Is that what
an
you're
Andrew
doing?
WK? Yes.
Mhm.
What? Again, the real ones know.
Bugmain does like to party. Isn't that what Andrew WK is all about too?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, which Andrew WK?
That's a good question.
Great question.
Look, am even I confused? Even I confused. Am even I confused right now? Yeah.
What did you just say?
Even I confused right now?
Well, yeah. Why I don't know? Why I not know this?
We would be pitching. I remember we were like going to like some agency to pitch this show that the bullshit that is horrible and I don't even do anymore. But
Right.
we went to this place and I like was an IBS moment where we were in the car driving there.
Oh, for sure, because you're nervous.
And there was some nerves, and I honestly, though, it wasn't even like I wasn't that nervous about it. But
Well, you think that, but your body's
your
telling
body's
your body
maybe, yeah.
is like, well, keep going.
Well,
I'll explain it.
I was driving there, and I was like, oh God, and I like felt it coming on, and it was the sort of thing where they'd be like, do you want anything? I'd be like, shut up, just don't talk to me.
Yeah.
And then I got there, and I had to like run upstairs like into this big agency, and there were all these people there. I was like, hi, how are you? Where is the bathroom? And I went in and like. I shit my brains out. It was horrifying.
But you felt good after that.
I felt great.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have seen me in that pitch. I was going left and right and singing jokes, getting up, walking around the table. But right beforehand, I was a sweaty mess.
Yeah.
and it
You got
was
the
very
diarrhea
embarrassing.
boost.
Sometimes it does boost you.
Oh, it does.
Once you're
yeah.
once you get it out of you,
Yeah.
it does feel like I do feel like that's where I felt the most like a power up in a video game is after
Sure.
something like that's happened.
Yeah, that's a power up. That's a often unused power up. Would you like to diarrhea now?
Not enough games have pissing and shitting. Let's be honest.
Press B to diarrhea now
Yeah.
for a health boost.
I think a lot of games don't have enough pissing and shitting.
Yeah.
Zelda, you eat, you sleep.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see. You're not
Link's pissing and shitting is implied. It's off. It's when you save your game and power off your Switch.
That's when he's like taking
it's
a
like,
very.
oh boy, you take a big old shit.
Or is that what it means to be an elf? Is you take one shit once a year, just incredibly cosmically dense shit. That's where you go on your sojourn or something like that. Is to drop this mega, it's like a black hole that comes out of you.
And if you're playing for 14 hours straight, Link or something,
he's been holding it the whole time. He's having a battle Octoroks.
Yeah,
some sword he picked up. Let's talk. So
let's stop talking about shit.
Let's stop talking about shit.
Okay.
Let's stop talking about video games. Let's stop talking about cum or jazz, as I like to call it now.
Before we stop talking about shit,
yeah.
What's your favorite color shit? I'll go with green. It's the funniest one.
Ooh.
I think you just want a nice brown shit.
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's what you want.
You want
what's
like a
your
nice
favorite one?
Like a nice brown shit.
Okay.
Taupe.
Taupe is fun.
Taupe's good. Taupe.
Taupe is that's maybe
a
the
chalky
right answer.
taupe.
Chalky.
I want like a shit that looks like it could be like you could make an executive's desk out of it. You know what I mean? It's like that nice, like rich wood.
So like a
color.
mahogany.
Yeah, like a mahogany.
Wow.
With some veining.
Yeah.
Some prominent veins that show the character of the tree.
Exactly, right,
Yeah.
right. Some history.
So you
there.
want almost like one that's like you're not even like fully hydrated. You want one that's like kind of like you're half hydrated.
I mean, I think I want it to feel healthy. Like it's like, oh, this was like a healthy expungement.
Yeah.
Ooh, expungement.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
That's a good word.
It is a good word.
I haven't used it in a while.
Expungement.
Also, is it a word?
It is now.
It is. I think it works for me.
You can say expungement.
You know
Maybe
what?
use
In
expungement.
Biden's America.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Mitch, how is your social battery right now? Is it drained? Bursting with energy?
Wags, it needs a recharge. I think I need to plug in, charge that battery up a little bit. That's how I'm feeling. I'm just being honest.
Well, it could be for reasons like not enough boundaries or you're just less social based on what time of year it is.
We just did an episode of Doughboys. This is probably a part of the reason.
That can be part of it. It can be easy to ignore our social battery and spread ourselves thin, especially with social gatherings picking up after the winter. What's the right amount of socializing for you, and how do you recharge? Maybe you thrive around people, or maybe you need some time alone.
What's the right amount of socializing for you, Wags? That's my question to you. Because it's, I think, very little.
It depends on the situation,
Mhm.
but yeah, sometimes
But both
a
of
little
us, I
more.
think, need that recharge when we're done.
Yeah, sometimes you need some alone time, don't we all?
Mhm.
Therapy can give you the self-awareness
Yes.
to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery.
You know, Wags, every time I do therapy, I feel like a better person. I get the gunk out of my head. Like we say, hey, you go for a walk, you feel better. You get some sunshine, you feel better. Therapy, I feel better every time after I do therapy.
It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try.
It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Doughboys today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Doughboys.
So with all this said, with your diagnosis, with what you're dealing with and living with,
Yeah.
you chose Buffalo Wild Wings.
know.
This was your pitch.
Yeah, it was a mistake. It was it was almost immediately a mistake when I was ordering. I was like, oh God. When it came out, I was like, oh, this isn't good. This is like gonna be rough.
Why did you choose Buffalo Wild Wings?
Because I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
It's kind of funny. I guess
It is funny.
It is funny.
You know, you forget, you make a mistake, like you say yes to something and you do the thing, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But you forget. And so you do it like once a year, you make a mistake, like saying yes to some sort of thing you don't want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what happened with this, where I forgot that ironic eating is not very fun.
Sure.
Especially
yeah.
at my age. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like being here is it would be fun if I was like drunk or something like that. But
Yeah.
I think I was the only sober person in there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Going with like a group of friends and having some drinks.
Yeah.
It's funny to me. My thought about Buffalo Wild Wings is that I liked it a lot back in the day. I did like it.
I think it's a fun spot.
I think
It
is
is
a fun.
fun.
It is a fun spot, but also it's that sort of thing now where we've talked about this with chain restaurants where I'm like, oh, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 years Buffalo Wild Wings like declared bankruptcy, which
You
is
think
like,
so?
I mean, I think that it does relatively well, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying like chain restaurants are so weird now, especially post COVID, that I just never
Right.
and like the places that are like successful are like weird ice cream shops or like acai bowl places that open up and then they go out of business in 3 years.
It's either the it's the issue with Buffalo Wild Wings. I think Buffalo Wild Wings is doing better than other chains in its sector,
Yes.
but it's like it's the issue with the Chili's, the Applebee's, the TGI Fridays of
Right.
the world. It occupies as like the middle of the market. And in an era of increasing income striation, and where you have people who are just like
Striation.
they want like the cheapest stuff. They want like
Yeah.
the fast food chains or pizza delivery places, burger shops, Taco Bell. That's what's thriving, and then also like higher end stuff. But the higher end stuff for people who have the money to spend, that tends to not be chain restaurants. So
Yeah.
it's so like I don't know if I know Buffalo Wild Wings has receded a little bit, but because of the pandemic specifically, because it's such a dine-in
Yeah,
experience.
it's a social spot.
Yeah, and there's an interesting contrast between like I don't know where else in chain restaurants this is the case with number one and number two, but like the other big wing chain, Wingstop, has a completely different approach to it.
Yeah.
Like it's not a dine-in experience. It's a to-go. It's basically like you're going to a Papa John's
Or
storefront.
Domino's.
Or Domino's. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're just handing you the thing, and there's barely a dine-in area at all.
You're pulling out a whole bunch of words today. It's like a word summit in here. You're introducing me a bunch of words.
What words
A
were you just
word
introduced
summit?
to?
You said expungement. He said the one earlier.
Striation?
Yeah, striation.
Striation.
All this shit. You know what I mean? It's I love it as a fan of language. I'm going nuts over here.
Hey,
Yeah, I love this stuff. I love
I'm
language.
going nuts for these words. Hey,
I'm liking it, Wags. I like what you're doing.
hey, TikTok, you got a word for me? Hey, TikTok. Hey, I
Hey,
love
TikTok.
words. Hey, I'm gonna open up this synonym in your book here. Whoa, what's that word? Holy shit!
I'm Willie Wordsmith. Give me a word. I want to
Hey.
hear it. I honestly, I think it would probably be the most. If I did that, it would be the most success I've ever had online with.
If you do like, hey, TikTok, I like words, but I don't know a whole lot of them. What do you got for me, TikTok? Hey, TikTok, I'm Mike Mitchell. I like words. I don't know a whole
But I
lot
don't
of
know a
them.
whole lot. I'm trying to learn more as I get older.
My friend Nick knows a lot of words. Sometimes when he says them, I'm like, what?
And then just like having
Yeah.
submissions for new words, and then I'll make a video of the new word.
I think it's
Yeah.
a great concept.
I think it's a pretty fun concept.
Do it.
I'll give you my favorite word right now. My favorite big word: somnambulant.
Somnambulant.
Ooh, I don't even know if I know that word.
I just
Wait.
want to tell you that there is a
Is
couple people over your shoulders.
Wow. Sean Clements
Can we
making a
close
threatening
these curtains?
gesture, and then Arden Marine, our good friend,
Arden Marine
giving us
being
a
very
big
friendly,
cheery wave.
And then
Oh, Pemberton is escalating things by
No, they
sending middle
started it.
fingers.
They started it.
Okay, got
I
it.
gave a gentle
oh man,
back.
shit! Casey's getting chewed
Clements
out by
is now
Sean.
threatening
This is like Letterman right now.
Casey. Yeah.
Friend of the pod.
We got to close these curtains from now on.
I didn't know they were coming in here. If I knew the Hollywood Handbook guys were coming in here, those curtains would be closed. I would not. We not.
Yeah,
They scare
they're
us.
menacing.
They're very menacing.
Just Sean just looked at me just now. He looked at me like, what are you gonna do about it?
That's fucking bullshit.
You know what we're going to do about it? Nothing.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay in here.
Hey, Clements.
You
Hey,
know,
Clements, come over. I'll show you.
He's walking away.
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get a curtain for that door too, so that we can block out the Hollywood Handbook guys completely.
I think you should do that, Willie Wordsmith. I think that's fun. Somnambulant
I
is
might have to give you some
Underneath the tongue.
underneath the tongue. No, it's like sleeping or
Oh.
like sleepwalking. Yeah,
Ooh.
like you're in a sleepwalking state.
Yeah.
What made you think underneath the tongue?
Because it sounds like sublingual.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sublingual. There's another
Sublingual.
word that's good. I've been using a lot lately, trying to use it, but I never use it right. Ooh, I know what it is. It's
Grim? Is it Grim?
I can't remember.
Is it jazz?
It's
It's jazz. It's jazz. It's a type of music they play only in space. It's called cum rock. No, it's called rock and cum. I can't think of the word.
I was a word a day guy. I had a word a day calendar,
fun.
and I was trying to up my vocabulary. But you know what? Now I just don't. I don't. I've given up
You ever seen
on
the word toilet paper?
Ooh.
Yeah, I have. Wait, what is the? Oh, is it toilet paper that has a
Has,
word on
like
it?
words on it. And
That's
you can
fun.
learn words while you're going potty.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I would know
Covering it
so
in-
many words if I had that. I would be like speaking a different language. How did you learn French? Well, I got this French shit paper, and I just, I'm going to the bathroom a lot. So.
Here's the thing. I have a bidet now,
Oh.
and so I would have to just be reading this. I mean, you still do use some toilet paper with
Yeah,
a
sure.
bidet.
Do you have a bidet
Yeah.
bidet?
I have a bidet.
Like a separate thing.
I do not have that. No,
So
I
that's
don't.
not a bidet.
So
You get a bidet
sorry.
seat.
That's
I've-
why I asked if you have a bidet.
I'm sorry. I have a bidet seat.
Yeah.
I have specifically a Toto washlet is what I have.
Have you considered doing like the right thing and having a separate one, like having like a like a French home?
Those are always confusing to me because I don't like you waddle over to that and then you go and then you wash your butt.
I
don't
guess
like
so.
I don't like it.
I don't like it
It's
either.
stressful.
The bidet in toilet is, and I know you have one too.
Oh yeah, no, I also got the Toto washlet. But they're selling those things at Costco now. We're in an era of bidet ascendancy, which
Yeah.
I'm in favor of.
And by the way, I'm going to say this. And by the way, I also have a Tushy. By the way, I also have a
we
Tushy.
love Tushy.
What's
Who
Tushy?
sponsors the show? I have a Total Washlet upstairs, a Tushy downstairs. A Tushy is they're like a
It's like an attachment. It
Attachment.
can go on any toilet
Like a wand?
it's like a similar as a bidet seat, but it just goes under the seat and it's easy.
Yeah, it's mounted.
It's easy to install. It's cheap and it's very functional. It's great.
So if you want
got
a
it.
clean asshole, go to tushy.com, promo code Doughboys.
that is true. They did advertise
Oh,
with it
really?
at one
Okay.
point, but I have a fancier one upstairs, which is a Christmas gift, and
A
it's
Christmas gift from who?
it was a Christmas gift for my sister.
Okay,
it-
that's a sister gift.
It's
yeah.
a sister gift. It was like a big gift, but
A toilet.
it still attaches to your toilet, so it's like it's a seat, but the seat opens up by its own. It opens up on its own.
Yeah.
But I use way less toilet.
Yeah, you use way less. Yeah.
It does. It opens up. It's ready to take in your meal. If you think of a toilet,
Oh!
Jesus Christ.
if you think of a toilet in the human way of eating,
Oh!
which we've talked about before,
Yes, yeah.
a toilet. If a toilet eats shit, then it's opening up, ready for its
Time to feed the baby.
Let me
Do you say
eat
that when
what
you take a
you
shit?
once ate, master.
Mike walks in there, locks the door. Time to feed the baby. Is baby hungry? Oh,
Wait, I'm
God.
hungry. I'm starving.
I did install baby cries into the
Oh my
bidet.
God. This is like disgusting. That's
Oh.
like sick.
Oh, you thought you were getting shit today?
Even worse. You just took the worst thing and made it even worse. Jazzing into a baby's mouth. Feeding
No, now hold on.
Mike Mitch feeds infants.
Willie Wordsmith.
Oh my
You gotta
God.
connect that to me.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't think you're allowed to do that on YouTube.
Oh really? We'll blur it out.
Yeah, blur it out.
You can't do the motion?
Not as close as he did.
You're just playing Yahtzee. Baby needs a new pair of shoes. 21, baby. 21.
It would be appropriate if you were the one who shut down our YouTube. It would be fun. It would be fun.
Oh, it's my fault.
I mean, it's not your
Oh,
fault.
it's my fault. Okay.
I use way less toilet paper
Yeah, it's
now.
my fault.
Yeah, naturally, yeah.
And so I would have to just read the words, before you wipe out nice mahogany over the word.
Sure.
Anyways, which is,
You have a bidet, there should be no mahogany on the toilet.
Right, yeah.
Yes, you're right. But it cuts down your toilet paper use by, it cuts it in. I would say more than in half. I use so
Yeah.
much less toilet paper. It's incredible. And it's so in a way probably good for the environment.
I got to switch. I don't know why I haven't done it yet.
It's weird. It's
I think
trying
you would,
out.
I think,
yeah.
I think you would love it.
I've used them before. I don't know, something about that.
I mean, they're so not American. None of us were raised using one,
Right.
I didn't, and I even when my mom got one, I was like, that's where I first started. Was my mom?
I think
got
it's the computer aspect of it. It's like I don't want to shit on a computer
yeah.
because it's like you get like maybe shit splatters on the computer. It's like, I don't want to have to clean the computer.
Yes, I mean
Clean
it
shit
is.
off the computer,
It's done very well. The front lid is very cleanable, and the back you got one.
Yeah, I just mentioned it. Yeah, I got a total wash lid.
I thought you
Similar
would.
thing.
But I'm going wild in there. You know, I've got it's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
It's Buffalo Wild down there. It's nuts. So it's like
I would say there's more cleaning involved than than a normal toilet with a normal seat, but it's a similar amount of cleaning. It's not like oh my god,
Yeah.
they're
They're
all
pretty
this
good.
extra. You know then there's a lot of like built-in stuff to keep it sanitary. So
Yeah.
it's
It cleans it. You'll hear it. It's cleaning itself every so often. So you'll be like in another room,
Really?
and you're like, "Eats," and you'll hear this, and you're like,
Wait,
what the hell
what's
is
it
going
do?
on?
does that mean it's hungry? Does that mean the baby's hungry? Is that the sound the baby makes when it's hungry?
Yeah, there'll be times where I don't even have to take a shit, and I'm like, all right, if the baby's hungry, I got to feed the baby, and I'll go in and feed the damn thing. But
I'm all out of shit and piss. Guess I have to feed it something else. Give daddy some time. He's got to make the food. This is hell.
Daddy can only make one meal a day.
Sir, we have to ask you to leave the plane now, sir. Sorry, I'm sorry, sir, but we're gonna have to escort you off the plane. Why?
I bought a plane ticket. You tell me I can't do this?
You told me I can't feed my baby in the bathroom here? What? I'm in first class.
Buffalo Wild Wings was founded in 1982 in Columbus, Ohio. There are just under 1,300 locations in the U.S. First reviewed
1,300.
1,300. Yeah, it's a
Jesus.
huge sprawling franchise, and that's just in America. Worldwide, there's more. It's first reviewed in 2015 on the podcast on episode 19, very early on with our buddy Matt Selman, our chicken correspondent. Got in the Golden Plate Club back then. We had a lovely time dining in.
We're going to do another chicken course.
Oh, it's in the works.
Soon.
We're going to figure that out.
Yeah.
Last reviewed in 2020 with Leslie Lee III, where we all hovered around Three Forks, but that was also a deep quarantine to-go experience, which is not what the Buffalo Wild Wings experience really is. We should remark on the current mascot situation.
Really?
Because they have now...
Beck
Bennett is the voice, past guest, the voice of Hank the Buffalo with Wings.
He's who got that. Oh, he's the fucker who got that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, give it to him. Sure.
I was watching like it was during a Patriots game, and I watched it and I was like, that Buffalo sounds like Beck. And then I saw him a couple weeks later, and I was like, are you the Buffalo guy? And he is. He's the Buffalo. He's the Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm the
man.
Buffalo guy. I can't do an impression of him. Yeah. How you doing?
He is a very broy. He's a very broy Buffalo.
That's the way it's characterized. Yeah.
Right.
And you know what? Good for him. I feel like it's
No, that's who it was. When I was reading, I was like, oh my God, I'm a Buffalo. You know, it's like that. No, we don't want this baby in here doing Buffalo.
Were you doing the feed the baby thing? That might have been a.
Yeah, I was doing that. Actually,
I'll make if it makes you feel better. I didn't even see. This wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even sniff the Buffalo Wild Wing commercial.
Oh, I think it's like I do that like once a year. I'll get like a VO for commercial VO.
Yeah, that's great.
But I don't think I'm good at that. Unless, you know, I am. I'm actually great at it. I'm great at it. Accomplished voice actor, but the commercial stuff is
I think you would
different.
be a great
Yeah, you'd
voice
be great.
actor.
I am.
have a
I
great
do
distinct
voice
voice.
act, but
Yeah,
it's like the commercial stuff it's a different world. It's a different thing.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
more technical, more like you have to say Visa like 1,000 times until you hit it like Visa.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's so specific, and they want you to, because it's like this brand that's so important. and
Yeah, they're
stuff.
really particular about
Yeah.
like pronunciation and cadence and all that
Yeah.
shit, and getting language exactly right. You know, it's not sponsored by, it's presented by those sorts of things.
And
Yeah,
you have to say it in a way that, like, everyone who hears it thinks, "Oh, I like that. That feels good."
Do you know what's fun? You know what's funny about just commercials in general? We've talked about this before, but and also I'm happy for Beck, and I think
Hell
that
yeah,
like as
sure.
a
I love
voiceover,
that guy.
you should do it. This is great. I'm saying Lost in Translation is a movie where It's like this guy is like in Japan having to do just this thing of back in the day of like big stars, like big Hollywood stars don't do commercials.
It used
and that's
to be
like
a
the
thing.
basis of what Lost in Translation is, right? He's like over there doing commercials.
But they do
Japanese
them in
commercials,
foreign countries though still.
They still they still have like but that was the thing is like you wouldn't do any actor worth their, whatever.
If you're a big American actor, if you're a movie star, it is beneath you to do advertisements.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to do that, you would have to have a phenomenal payday and go to a foreign country.
Yeah.
And then there'd be like a Cartier watch ad with like Brad Pitt that would only be in Taiwan. And you'd be like, oh, holy shit, look at this. But you'd never see it in America. Now it's just like everyone does everything. It doesn't fucking like the biggest stars in the world are just endorsing Budweiser.
I think there should be some shame brought back to it. So shame on you, Ryan Reynolds.
I'm shaming. When I see it, I'm like, oh
Right.
no.
Yeah, why is it is mostly Ryan Reynolds. I feel like Ryan Reynolds is in every commercial.
Yeah, shame on you, Ryan Reynolds, unless you want to come to the podcast.
Yeah, then
in which
we'd
case,
love to
we're
have
sorry,
ya.
we'd love to have you.
We'd love to have you.
Welcome to Wreckham, sure. Yeah.
Mint Mobile. I actually love Mint Mobile.
It's great.
We use
I
it.
actually,
we
honestly,
use it.
I tried to do Mint Mobile, but I just it's so good. I can't have it. It's too
Yeah,
good.
It's too good. It's too good. Yeah. I was
It's
on my
too
phone
good.
too much because the connection was so strong. I'm
That's
trying
what-
to get off of this
That's
thing.
what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I was on my phone too. Ryan.
Brian.
Ryan, seriously,
Ryan.
we'd love to have you on the podcast.
Ryan, how's
Love
Blake?
to have you on.
How's Blake? She's cool.
Blake seems cool.
I love The Shallows. The Shallows
Love
was
the
good.
Shallows.
That movie you did with the swords. I forget what it's called, but it's so funny.
So funny.
Like, it's like you. That's improvised, right? It has to be. No one could write
It
that.
was improvised. It was definitely
Yeah.
improvised. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
You think someone wrote this stuff?
I think
no,
I
it was
think
fucking improvised.
I think everything he's done has been improvised. I also, by the way, I heard radio DJs talking about Ryan Reynolds. Like Ryan Reynolds has just become a billionaire, and the morning DJs were like,
today.
No, this is like a few months back, and then the
Okay.
radio DJs were like, "That's awesome, man. That's like how you do it. Like get your." And I was
Secure
like,
the bag, man.
"Yeah, secure the bag." I was like, "Why are you happy
What
for
is this?
Ryan
Yeah, what is
Reynolds
our culture
becoming
now?
a billionaire? Who
It's
gives
all
a
about
shit?"
getting that bag. Gotta get that bag.
So the Buffalo Wild Wings I went to was in Westchester. It's in a shopping center with a Cinemark theater and a Dave and Buster's and an Islands. It's like this is like a place people go to like hang
Yeah.
out in the area. It's like it's one of those. All these big chains are here, including and I texted this to the group chat. There's now a chain we reviewed last week, a fucking Oakberry. Have you ever had Oakberry?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
There's an Oakberry on this
yeah.
block. There's 600 Oakberries in worldwide.
What is it?
There are going to be 1,000 by the end of this year. It is an acai berry chain
Oakberry.
Oakberry that started like in 2016 and has just grown exponentially and is everywhere now. It's become ubiquitous.
Damn.
We'll cut through the come out here, wordsmith.
I think cut is good.
You should have said,
We'll slice through this.
hey, how about an English science guy? Hey,
We'll cleave our way through this.
hey, Shakespeare, how about a different language?
We'll cut through the clutters, like you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, sure.
We'll cut through the brush here. You don't have to go to Oakberry. It sucks. It's bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's an acai bowl place. It's
Yeah.
bad.
it's bad. We had a bad
We
experience.
had a bad experience. It's not good.
And I don't even know if it's making money or
Go
if
to
there's just so
Press
much money
Juicer.
behind it.
Get an
Press is a better
acai
experience.
bowl at
Yeah.
Press Juicer.
Or I could just make it at home with blueberries.
There you go.
There you
'Cause
go.
They're better.
Anyway, I did a solo mission. I went for lunch and I sat at the bar. This place was empty. There was Buffalo Wild Wings is one of those places like I don't even know why they're open during lunch hours.
I think it's purely for sports.
Yeah.
I guess so, but during
You're
the
lucky,
week is there?
You're lucky that my March Madness. I'm sure that
Yeah, I
there's
guess
probably-
Yeah.
March Madness or like a day
NHL
baseball
playoff.
game or
Baseball.
something. Sure, yeah. There's
Baseball.
probably reasons for it to be open for lunch
The
on a
reason
weekday.
the ESPN zone was
Right.
flourished at its time.
Anyway, there was nothing going on there, and so I sat down, and the bartender was Jonathan, who was a champ, gave me a hey buddy, said buddy a lot, and I was like, wait, does he know the pod? And I was like, no, he just says buddy.
Yeah, he just says buddy.
Yeah,
He doesn't-
that's just his thing. That can just be a thing that someone does.
Do you like that
yeah.
when someone calls you buddy?
I do. I do it to other
Oh,
people.
I hate it.
You
Yeah,
hate it?
yeah.
I hate it when someone I don't know
Oh, okay.
calls me buddy.
It
What
almost
do you
seems like they're
like?
making fun of you in some way or
I
something.
like sir
Yeah.
or
I like sir.
just anything other than buddy because it's like I'm not your fucking friend. I don't know you. if I know a person,
Yeah.
But if someone at like I don't know the Delta counter is like, what can I do for you, buddy? It's like what? You know, we're not. I don't know.
Bring back some fucking class.
It's
I
personal.
say.
I take it personally because
Yeah, I
I
get
get
that.
defensive about buddy because something about the buddy feels like diminutive.
Yeah, I mean, I say
Yeah.
I say buddy to others with affection, but
Yeah,
I
but
will
if you
I will
know-
police my buddy usage to strangers.
I think it's different if you say it personally.
Yeah, sure.
If you are working at a place,
Mhm.
a bartender is different. Bartender can say buddy.
Yeah, bartender can say buddy.
Bartender can say whatever they want. They can say pal. They can say, boss. All that stuff.
Emma, you a former bartender. Thank you for your service. What was your go-to?
I said y'all a lot because it
Y'all
was
is
gender
smart, yeah.
neutral.
Y'all's the
That's
best.
what
Y'all's
we were
the
like.
Y'all's pretty
taught.
good.
One of my
Yeah.
restaurants, we were like taught not to gender people. So
Mhm.
like they were y'all folks.
Right.
If it's
Folks.
multiple people. If it's just one person, I just say, "What's up?
Yeah.
How's it going?"
Where was that? Buffalo Woke Wings?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
oh, I would be great to go in there and something happens and you say, "What is this, Buffalo Woke Wings?" And you just look around. Everyone's like, "Yes, yes."
I think Emma is right with. I think that's a
Y'all
good
is great.
lesson. I think a
Y'all.
non-gendered.
I still use y'all like in my emails and stuff to this day.
Yeah, I picked up on that. It's smart. I like
love
I like a boss, which maybe is like a little bit of like the same thing as a sir of just like, but
Yeah.
it sounds a little less formal. So I was like, hey, like I got you, boss. I was like, I like that.
I
Buddy
like
to me
sir.
sounds a little bit like in Boston they'll say like someone will be like, "What's up, handsome?" You know what I mean? You're like, you're just like, are you being a dick? You don't think I'm handsome, possibly.
Oh,
Like it's that
sure.
sort of thing with Buddy where it's
Mild
like, "What's
roast.
up, buddy?" And you're like, wait,
Yeah.
what is it? What are you trying to say here? It depends on the tone. With you, I know that you're,
Yeah.
you are like, oh, this guy wants friends.
Everything's tone. It's all tone.
It is. It's mostly tone.
Everything's tone.
It's all tone.
Mm-hmm. Buddy, I get not loving
Yeah.
Buddy.
If you do buddy at the end, that's really bad. It's like, okay, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. That
Yeah.
sounds dismissive.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy is one of those weird words where you're saying it to someone you also think is a dick sometimes. Like, relax, buddy.
I
you know,
got
like,
it, buddy.
I use
yeah.
it for trolls all the time. I say, all right, buddy. Okay, buddy.
See?
Yeah.
You're fucking tagged. You're
Depends-
famous. You're one of your favorite. This is one of his famous words.
I do say hey, buddy, a lot,
Hi,
but it's,
buddy.
it's contextual.
Yeah, you're doing it is totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it.
I think you're being an
I
asshole
think
still.
you can butt out. You can butt up.
What do
Butt
you
out.
like? What do you like to get?
Hey, how you doing? That's what I say.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you
How
doing?
you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, man, how? Well, I say that. Well, I shouldn't. That's also again gender. But like if there's a bartender guy
Hey,
there.
what can I get for you, fuckface?
Oh, if I'm ordering. Oh, that's interesting. What
Yeah.
can I help you guys with? I'll say that like group, like a y'all or. Hey, what can I help? What can I help you guys with?
Y'all is really handy. The one I don't like to get, and Mitch, I'm curious here, but you
Folks?
probably get. Well, I was gonna say is big man or big guy.
Oh, I get that a
Oh.
lot.
Yeah.
I get big.
Yeah,
man.
but if I get big guy, it's like, okay, I get it.
Right.
Oh,
I'm
shit,
not a
yeah.
big guy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you my girlfriend's dad from high school? Cool. All right, big guy, what's going on? It's like, I am older than you. How's it going, big guy?
That's the big
Yeah.
guy on the other side of that, where it's like, oh, you're calling, like you're pointing out
You are
that
a
I
big
am
guy,
I'm
and I'm
big.
like, I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I'm like, am I that big of a guy? I'm not that big a guy, am I?
Yeah,
It's like I
Big
guess I am a
guy.
big guy.
yeah.
And you get real
But
self-conscious.
you get big guy, big man. It's
Yeah.
like very much being like, oh, you're pointing out the fact that I am like overweight and big. You know what I mean? Like there is a part of that happens.
Yeah.
Maybe they mean like big man on campus. Like you just got like big vibes.
No one's ever meant that about me. I've never been the big man on any campus I've walked into, even if I walked onto one today, which would be horrifying.
Because campus big men are very big.
Campus big men are
They're just, like,
fucking big.
huge.
They're
Yeah.
huge, dudes.
They're like apes who just, like it's like a gorilla.
yes,
Yes,
It's a
yeah.
massive.
yeah,
Just with a Hawaiian shirt.
yeah.
Just
It is.
doing cake stands.
It is sad when you get like your Ross Kimball's, your even
Oh,
Gabe-
Ross
that's a real
yeah.
big man.
yeah, but I'm
Ross
saying
is
like
big man.
when
He's a
you
big
fit
man.
when you're like, "Ugh, my bigness isn't even like
There's bigger
sucks."
guys than me.
There's much bigger guys than
Yeah,
me.
then
Yeah.
it's like that photo you see of Charles Barkley, or is it, I don't remember if it's Charles
The
Barkley
Rock.
with the Rock, and then
Yes.
they're like next to like there's another one where they're next to Shaq or something, and there's a
Yeah.
photo of Shaq next to Yao Ming, and Yao Ming is just towering over Shaq. It's like crazy. It's like Shaq's the biggest guy I could conceive of, and there's someone bigger than him.
yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, all those NFL guys are just massive.
Yeah.
They're so fucking big.
Yeah, they're big.
They're fucking big.
They're fucking big.
And we've always been, as a people, we've always been fascinated by giants. That's part of the appeal of sports. You get to see someone who's big.
I told this to Wags. I went to church. It was the anniversary of my dad passing away, and the priest called me. He called me a giant, which he was like, "Are you Irish?" And he asked me that twice because I saw him twice over the course of.
Do you have an Irish accent?
He did not have an Irish accent, so it wasn't like a thing of like, "Hey, you're a part of like the tribe" or whatever.
Right.
It was like just like, I think his monstrosity comes from the Irish gene. Was basically what it was.
And then he was like, "Hey, I'm not supposed to do this, but you're the guy from Confession who was talking about jacking off into your toilet, right?" Recognize the voice.
Oh, look at this big giant here. Feeding the baby. Goes home every day feeding my little baby. Shame. Poor baby has to be fed by a giant man 3 times a day. Going in there 3 times a day, unloading into the baby. How dare you?
It's funny, our giant man, but not giant everywhere.
Giant for a leprechaun. Well, should have known. Should have known. Mm-hmm.
Here is the best thing I had at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wow.
And one of the best things I've eaten for this shitty podcast all year.
Whoa, this is big.
Wow. So you both ate in restaurant,
I ate in restaurant.
Yeah, I did in restaurant.
I did not.
The All-American Cheeseburger. I'd never had their burger before, but I'd heard it was good. I got it with it's a double patty. It's got American cheese, iceberg lettuce. It's kind of a smash burger concept, but not not an extreme version of that. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, mustard mayo, a challah bun. Comes with fries, and then I got added grilled onions, which the menu suggested.
Isn't
Challah?
Challah?
How do you say it?
Challah.
Challah.
Fucking wordsmith over here.
I didn't claim to be the wordsmith. You dubbed me the wordsmith.
Well, guess what? Yeah, the title's taken away. You fucking blew
Also,
it.
I feel like a challah bun is weird. It's usually like a braided loaf.
Yeah.
So to make a bun is like a challah bun. I've never heard that
It feels
before.
like they're just somewhat, shooting from the hip.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The texture worked marvelously. I thought this was a delicious burger.
Wow.
I loved it. I was like, this is fucking great. And if I come back to Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm not getting wings. I'm getting this.
I wish I had got that.
It was great. It was terrific. I also got some an order of wings and fries just because I wanted to try a couple of different wings. They have 2 different varietals right now. They're seasonal, honey sriracha and honey garlic.
Wow,
honey
nice.
sriracha is a little spicy. Honey garlic is not spicy at all.
I did the honey sriracha.
Yeah.
I got the 2 seasonal wings last night.
What is going on here?
What's going on?
Jesus.
A little mind melding between all of us.
You know what's strange, though, is the last time I went to BW3s, actually, it's not called that. I don't want to call it that. A friend of mine went as well just the day before.
BW.
Coincidentally, I saw him later that week.
Yeah.
We both got the exact same order.
Wow.
Just weirdly,
That's
strangely
wild.
enough.
BW3 sounds so good. It's sad that it doesn't
That's
work.
when I first heard in college. My
was.
friend Nate called it BW3s.
It was originally BW3 because
was?
the
Why?
way the concept started was Buffalo Wild Wings and WEC. A WEC is an upstate New York beef sandwich.
Beef WEC.
Yeah.
Really?
And so they originally had wings and
Oh.
WEC, and then they were like lose the WEC, it's cleaner, and it's just Buffalo Wild Wings. They Sean Parkered it.
Wow.
But yeah, that's why it was. Some people still call it BW3.
Because whack sounds like, I got a bunch of whack on my pants.
Right.
WEC sounds like you might be going to feed the baby.
Whack. I thought it was I thought it was having like a Mandela effect thing by
Yeah.
calling it BW3.
No, you're
Okay.
yeah. It's in usage.
A lot of people call it B-dubs.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
B-dubs. Yeah,
B-dubs.
love saying B-dubs.
Everybody cool calls it B-dubs.
Love saying B-dubs.
I don't call it B-dubs, which makes sense. This does check out. I should call it is cool to call it B-dubs.
Yeah.
I don't go to Buffalo Wild Wings enough as is. I should go more.
No, it's good that you don't go as often as like just go for the show. That's all you need to do as far as Buffalo Wild Wings. When we review it periodically every 4 years or whatever, that can be your trip. You don't need to go regularly.
I was hurting.
I'm going to say this. Last night, because I was like, did everyone eat it? And I found out that everyone had eaten at the restaurant. And I was like, I'm the only one who hasn't eaten at the restaurant. And so I was like, I'm going to just order it. But
What time did you find this out?
it was like 10 p.m. So
Oh my God.
I ordered my Buffalo Wild Wings,
This
and
is getting good.
it came at about 10 p.m. or so. I can actually look to see when it came specifically.
Yeah.
It was late. Sorry, Jimmy. It was late. And I'll say this. I had the experience of eating during the pandemic, which is, I feel like it's such an eat at home restaurant.
Yeah.
But I think since the pandemic, they maybe have upped their takeout game because I've eaten in restaurant plenty of times.
I think they would have to
Oh,
survive.
yeah. And-
yeah, for sure.
I thought that it traveled pretty well. A thing that I really fucked up on is I'm here with the oven fries, man.
Yeah.
I didn't get
right.
any fucking fries.
Oh, you just got wings.
I had an option to get fries. I got a buffalo chicken wrap, and I was like, oh, I'll do the chips and salsa. That would be great. It came with the chips. They forgot the salsa, which
Of
is
course
just like
they did.
it's
Oh,
like
boy.
it's just unusable. But I luckily did get a little side of queso sauce, which was in a little container, and
Fun.
it was weird. It was very strange. But I didn't. The originator of oven fries, we got him here.
That's true.
Yeah.
We've sold like 20 T-shirts based on this. We owe you a cut of the 20 T's.
I think I got a cut.
Yeah, you got a cut.
Well, yeah,
Oh, he
way
did.
back
All right,
when.
good. Yeah. And by the way, 20 T-shirts. I think the most of any T-shirts we've sold.
Dude, I'm your branding guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Let's go branding. That's my company.
Well, the oven fries were. Have you had any oven fries since we've talked about them? I have not.
Hell yeah.
Have you really? Yeah.
Ma! I didn't make them.
Your mom made them. Yeah.
Mom made
Wow.
them.
My mom, if I have oven fries still, they're usually she's gonna usually get your steak fries. That's the ones that she usually.
Wait, like the Ore-Ida? What do you go with?
Yeah, usually Ore-Ida. And I'll sometimes do curly fries. I think curly fries are because they're seasoned. You know,
Those
what I
are
mean?
good.
Yeah.
Ore-Ida, Oregon, Idaho. How about that?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Freaking Bill Shakespeare over here. Someone get this guy a pen. Whoa. Someone get this guy some paper, too. We don't want to lose this. Hold on. Someone call up the vice president. That's my new joke. It's called the vice president.
What did you think of the honey sriracha and honey garlic? You got both flavors?
I got both.
And you
I
just got
did.
the honey garlic.
Did you get boneless or regs?
I always do bone in. I love.
Yeah, me too. I
love
made a
bone-in wing.
mistake. I got the boneless. I got half. I got some boneless and some bone in.
Okay.
The boneless are fucking terrible.
Really?
I can't. I'll never get boneless wings as long as I live.
Yeah.
Wow.
I only
They're
like
too
bone in.
salty. There's not enough meat. They got the breading on there.
So much extra breading.
Oh,
There's some
not
great
good.
boneless buffalo fingers in Quincy that I gotta have Wags try because I wonder what he would think.
That's
of
like a
them.
local thing, you know. Like a
Yeah.
local boneless is different. It's like a
Sure, yeah.
made with care
Yeah.
by a sweaty guy. You know,
There's 100% a
It's
sweaty guy.
different.
I think I think both of you would like them. But weirdly enough, I think I had one flavor. The honey sriracha was the bone in, and then the honey
too.
the honey garlic was the bone out. It
I
was
did
the
the
boneless.
exact same thing. I got
Wow.
boneless honey gar,
Yeah.
and I got bone in honey sriracha.
And mine boneless were pretty good, and I really enjoy the taste of them. I know. That's and also it traveled, but I did a priority. I got it the first delivery, so
You
it was,
always got to get priority,
you gotta try. You
Is it
gotta
like an
at least try
upcharge?
for it. It is an upcharge,
but it's worth it because it's
worth
like,
it.
man, it's already sitting there long enough.
Yeah, they're not making like 3 other stops. They're just
Yeah.
going straight to you. That's
Mm-hmm.
nice. I will say, I do like that honey garlic sauce a lot. That was really flavorful, and it's like completely mild. And I'm a bit of a heat
Yeah.
seeker, so I would have naturally thought I'd like the honey sriracha a little bit more. Honey sriracha, first off, to me had no punch. It was not spicy at all.
No.
Like, and then and it's supposed to be like too
Yeah,
low
it's supposed
flames.
to be kind of high.
Yeah.
but I think it's kind of like what do you call it? A slow burn.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it very much. But I guess
Yeah.
sriracha is also like not the spiciest of sauces.
The honey really took. It was the honey really took.
It was
over
the
quite a
dominant
bit,
flavor. Yeah.
It's very sweet, a very sweet wing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I don't love. I
Me
mean,
neither.
it tastes really great, but I'm also like, I want that sour vinegarness. That's what I crave.
Well, I mean, my fingers afterwards. I was like, "What? I just feed the baby? What's going on here?" No one liked that.
You're just too potent of an image.
Because I'm just not even sure what it is.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't the baby lick your fingers clean?
That's me
You're
dipping my
dipping
hands
them-
in the toilet.
You're dipping them in there. Nothing goes to waste.
It was, you know what? You know how you go over the line? I went. I think I pushed it over the line. I think I took it too far.
Well, that's how you know where the limit is.
Yeah.
So it's.
But you know what? I stand by it because I think it was interesting finding out where the limit was.
Yeah.
What do the Fremen do with that stuff? They're saving it, right?
The Fremen?
Oh my God. Oh, that's why
Fremen's not just going to blow a load in the sand. They're
why
going to do it in
their
their
eyes are
still suit. Yeah.
We are all so backed up. Paul Atreides, please. Please.
Yeah, you can only edge on Arrakis.
Yeah.
Don't let it out. Don't let it out.
Sandworms will hear.
Yeah.
They hear a thud on the ground. They're gonna come. They're coming.
We've been waiting for because you know what the thud is?
What's that?
Doom. Doom. It's someone getting right to the edge.
I thought you were saying Dune as you were doing it. Dune. Dune.
That would be very funny.
That would be funny.
If in the new Dune that the sound it made was Dune.
Dune. Listen,
Did you like it? Nick loves it.
I like it a lot, yeah.
I was just okay on it. Casey loves it. It's his favorite movie.
great.
Emma liked it.
Emma
as
loved
well.
it.
I'm the odd.
Yeah.
I'm the odd one.
I'm into it. The first one was so much more fun, but that was just because it was like,
I liked the first one more too.
It's like more immersive, I guess.
Natalie likes the first one more too. I liked the first one more after my first viewing of Dune 2, and then when I saw Dune 2 again, I was like, oh wait, no, this I was not being overwhelmed by information.
Also, didn't like any of the new Star Wars movies, and then when you saw them again, you were like, I love them. So I can't really trust. I don't know what happens to you in your second.
Well, your
viewing.
opinion never changes when you experience something.
I don't think my opinion goes from I want to kill J.J. Abrams to I now like this movie as it did for Wags.
Yeah,
but
I came around on it. Force Awakens is fine.
So I got two of one of each wing.
Last Jedi I like.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We don't need to get into it.
We don't have to get into it.
Lord of the Rings.
I love Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings are great.
I just got back into them. I'm like,
The
these
best.
movies are
fantastic.
Fucking
Fucking
cool.
They're
incredible,
fucking great.
endlessly rewatchable.
They're so relaxing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a great filmmaker.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson.
He's a big guy.
Big guy.
Big guy.
Hey, big guy. You know, he probably got that. And then he slimmed down. There was a little slim Peter at one
I
point.
don't know. I think he's not. He does. That wouldn't work for him. I feel like.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. You want him to kind of be a big guy, but he did. I remember it was post Lord of the Rings. I think he went down. He Gollumized a little bit.
Gollumized.
And then you know, he dwarfed up a little bit after that. I got a buffalo chicken wrap, Wags. I got those two wings. I got a buffalo chicken wrap. That's what came with the option for fries or
Right.
chips and salsa was the standard. So I went with chips and salsa. Salsa was not there, which was just a bummer. I mean, a bunch of tortilla chips with no salsa, and there was that weird queso sauce, which was strange. It was warm, but I was just like, is this for the wings? I didn't really understand what the queso sauce was, because it was in a tiny container too. It was like in one of the ranch or the blue cheese containers, which I also got ranch and blue cheese. I got carrots and celery.
Yeah, I didn't get celery.
You didn't get
No,
celery?
that's-
I asked for it. They're like,
what
we're
a
out of
bummer.
celery.
Out of celery.
I am
crazy.
such a celery man. I love celery so much.
Yeah, I love it with wings. I
It's
gotta
the
have it with
ultimate
wings.
combination because it's like the healthiest thing ever
Yeah.
mixed with the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
So you feel like you're like, stepping in two worlds. You're like
I love
bouncing back and forth between bad boy, good boy. You know? It's like,
But also such satisfying crunch and such
Yeah.
a great like ranch or blue cheese delivery mechanism.
It's
the
designed. God,
best. It's perfect.
our designer God made this. It is nature's scoop.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
Can you imagine, by
Praise
the
him.
way, if the Bad Boys, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence met the Good Boys, those little rascals from the movie Good Boys?
Can you just imagine?
Can you imagine that mashup?
I don't know what that is. should I know what that is?
Bad
There's
Boys.
a movie Good
I know
Boys that came
Bad
out a few years
Boys.
ago,
And
yeah.
then there's
What's
a movie
Good
Good
Boys?
Boys. There were the little kids who swore a lot.
When was this? Like the 60s?
No, this was pretty recent.
Good boys?
Good Boys, yeah.
How the man? I guess I've been doing a good job at staying off the radar.
Yeah, I don't think you ever had
I'm
to
looking
see
it up right now to see
Good
what year
Boys.
it was.
Boys. Part of the podcast, I think Sam Richardson is in it, right? I think he's in the movie.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
Good Boys came out in 2019. Yeah,
Good
it's like an R-rated.
I recognize that.
Yeah, you've seen this poster.
I didn't see that movie. It's a movie.
Yeah, they're
Is
like
that a show?
foul-mouthed youths.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, It's a different time. Different era.
How can you forget something that came out right before the pandemic?
Yeah, my mind is like basically like been wiped clean.
Yeah.
2 times over.
Well, I would just say like if like you know, you were like me and you knew what Good Boys was, and then Mitch said that, you would have the reaction I did, which would be like just euphoric. Just absolutely
really?
love it. Yeah. Just rapturous.
Because it's like the reference.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you can't imagine what it would be like if the Bad Boys met the Good Boys.
I honestly I pity you that you can't imagine the Bad Boys meeting the Good Boys. Because when Mitch said it, I was like, oh my God, I'm in heaven.
Reference to one of the most popular movies ever made to something that is basically obscure. Basically obscure, sort of like maybe, I don't know, like canoe dancing or something like that.
It's like Whale Rider, basically.
Yeah.
The Whale 2, Whale Rider.
Also, we're the Doughboys. Why not the Bad Boys meet the Doughboys?
There you go.
Everyone
he said
that.
Bad Boys and Good. He said Bad Boys, Good Boys.
Oh,
so
sure, right. So that's why it was in
I
your
thought
head.
you were going to say, imagine Will Smith and Martin riffing on celery.
That would be
Because you
very
know
funny.
that Will would be like, what are you eating that for? He's like, this is celery, man.
It's healthy. Yeah, it's
and
healthy.
Will Smith would be like, that's bad. And we'll, it'd be like this thing where it would just be sparkling on screen.
Martin Lawrence is like, I'm on a diet. I need to eat the celery. Like that would be a part because I think now he's
exactly.
You just dipped it in barbecue sauce. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, but it's on my, whatever.
You got Michael Bay just fucking. Like, we got 6 cameras from a mile away zooming in.
You know what?
Helicopter shot.
I'd be eating it up. I think I would be having a blast watching it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: if the Bad Boys met the Doughboys, I think the whole time I'd be thinking, keep his wife's name out of your mouth. I think that's what I'd be thinking is to not.
Oh my
mention,
God.
You don't want to get slapped.
I wouldn't want to be slapped.
Yeah.
Who would
I
want
bet
to be
he's cool with
slapped?
it now.
I bet he's cool.
You think he's cool now?
Yeah, he's got to be.
He's got to be. He's probably
Will's-
chilled out.
I feel like Will's the guy Will's like Schwarzenegger. He's going to make it right.
He's gonna make
Do
it right.
whatever he can to make it right.
In 8 years, when he's allowed back to the Academy Awards, you know something fun's gonna happen.
Shit's so bizarre. That's like so simulation.
Yeah, it's
It
bizarre.
feels like absolutely just, what the fuck is this world we live in?
A 10-year ban from the Academy Awards is
No,
very funny.
The fact that there's a number on it?
Yes.
Like, what the...
It's insane. 41-year ban for me so far from the
41?
Academy Awards.
Oh,
I think it's going to go longer, honestly.
You're banned, huh?
I think I'm banned. I mean, that's my guess. I've never been invited.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten the invite to the Academy Awards?
No, I've never. No, Mitch. Never gone to the Oscars.
No? Spacey Weinstein never gave you an invite? You never plus one?
Mel Gibson's plus one. No, I mean we know a lot of people who've written for the Oscars.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
But yeah, no, I've never actually.
I forget
been
that.
involved with
People write for it.
Yeah.
Mhm,
No.
mhm.
But the
Jack Allison was during the mix-up. Jack Allison was right there on hand during the big mix-up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He
because
was?
they
Why?
had the Kimmel staff, and he was writing for
Oh,
Kimmel at
okay.
the time. So like the if you're a host of a late night show, you'll just bring your writers over to
Yeah.
help you write the award show.
The La La Land Moonlight mix-up.
I met one of those guys on the picket line. I met someone who was a producer on La La Land, and he was like, "Yeah, I was up there when they had the award wrong." I was like, "That's fucking what a crazy thing to experience."
That's fucking wild.
Anyway, we got to talk more about Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, we could think some more on what the Bad Boys would do if they met the Good Boys.
Well, I was going to say this. Out of celery is crazy to me. I don't know if there's a big ants in the log thing
I
going
think
on.
it's
I don't
just-
know what's happening.
Yeah, TikTok's got this ants in the log thing now. We're just cleaned out. Every celery farm from here to Gloucester's fucked.
It's funny he says. I went with Dutton to Los Feliz Cafe or Cafe Los Feliz, and a TikToker had gone to Cafe Los Feliz.
Oh no, they
and,
ruined it.
and it was like, and so like it's been like packed because a TikToker's like, "This is the best breakfast burrito in LA," and he's
Wow.
he like pours the sauce on. He's like, like that's all it takes. Then it's over, and then now it's gonna be. There were all young people in line at Cafe Los Feliz. I mean, it will just be a month of that, and then it will die down.
There used to be a different name.
Cafe Los Feliz.
Yeah, I don't think I know that place.
It's right across the street from Little Dom's on that corner.
Oh, okay. So it used
you
to
might be
something
thinking
else,
of
right?
Mustard Seed Cafe down
Yeah,
the street.
Mustard
Mustard
Seed.
Seed is also another very popular.
Or there's also
spot.
what's the old school place that everyone goes to? Like, it's like where you have lunch with an agent or some shit. It's the place on
Alcove.
Alcove, right?
Alcove.
Alcove's like, that's always going to be. I saw Gina, what's her name? Gina Davis there once.
Gina, wow. The
So,
Fly's
Gina
girlfriend.
Davis goes there. That's a pretty good spot.
The Fly's ex.
Yeah, I worked with Gina Davis once.
Did you really?
Yeah, she was
Wonderful,
lovely.
right?
She was awesome. She was the best.
Gotta
Yeah,
be.
Total pro's pro. She did a bunch of fucking archery tricks. It's incredible.
What?
Because she was a hopeful for Olympic archery back in
Really?
the day, and she's kept up with and she's like a phenomenal archer.
That's how you.
So we
that's how
shot
you
a
make
thing.
it.
Me and Danny Jelinek shot a thing with her where she just did a
Oh.
bunch of fucking archery
That
stunts.
rules.
Yeah, it was fucking incredible.
That's
Yeah.
that's nuts.
The Fly and the Wag. She's worked with both.
No, I was thinking because the Fly and the Wag, Jeff Goldblum, the Fly,
And
me,
you, the
Wags.
Wag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also worked with Jeff Goldblum.
Wow.
So there you go. It's a perfect triforce.
And
A triforce of talent.
Goldblum also, he's got a talent. He likes to
Loves to tickle
keys.
the
He likes to
ivories.
tickle the
Does.
keys
Yeah.
and sing songs to the women at a bar. That's his thing. He
It's
sings.
true. He loves to do it.
I can't do it. Impression. That's my Jeff Goldblum impression.
When I met him, so like he does the thing where he'll repeat, which I do, which repeat someone's name a few times to himself to get it in his brain. So when he met
Yeah.
me, he was like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Weiger. Nice to meet you, Mr. Weiger." In the very Goldbloomy way, he was saying "Mr. Weiger" to me. It was really intense.
Ooh, that's. I have a theory about that stuff, but I don't know. We'll talk about it off the pod.
About saying people's names a few times because this and the buddy thing are both things that I do.
Mhm. We'll talk about
Oh,
this
but you say it. But when he says it, it's different.
Yeah. Okay.
He's saying it not to remember it. I think he's doing a different thing.
Oh, it's like it's some sort of power.
I think
move
he's
or
using the
something.
voice.
You think he's using the voice?
Basically, yeah. It's like I've never met Hugh Jackman, but
Yeah.
if you met Hugh Jackman, it's like if you met any president of the United States,
Mhm.
you can hate him as much as you want, but you meet him, you're like, hey.
Right.
You're just gonna be, oh, this person is magnanimous.
It's like when
They're like-
George W. Bush, like people are like
Magnetic,
I'm
right,
gonna fucking, I hate that
Yeah.
fucking guy, and then people meet him and they just turn like like
yeah, because he's got
get all
the
doe-eyed.
he's got the shine.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like those people have it. They have like the shine where they're using the voice on you in a way.
She's using the voice on like a fucking Bene Gesserit.
Yeah, for real.
I
I
get
think
that.
so.
Weiger. Fuck.
Open the door.
Kill him. Fuck.
Write me something.
Yeah.
Write me something really funny.
That one didn't work. Weird.
The best jokes. Give them to me.
Yeah, voice. I'm tuned out the voice now. Yeah. I like anyway. I like the honey garlic more than the honey sriracha. I thought the honey sriracha was kind of inert. They were both
Me too.
they were well made wings, but just kind of like a little too sweet, maybe a little too much honey.
Yeah, I was feeling the same way. Too sweet. Because like the sweet's like a cheat code. Because you're always gonna like the sweet thing, but it's not gonna like satiate you the same.
right.
It's like a classic dirty wing.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to piss off the bees, but a little too much honey. I think there was too much honey on these things.
Yeah.
I
Could have
think they
been.
pull back the honey a little bit.
Yeah, that could have been the thing. I also in store. I was not gonna have a brew dog at lunch, so I got myself a Mountain Dew Legend, which is a Buffalo Wild Wings exclusive Mountain Dew flavor.
And you know why? 'Cause I know
wasn't
you
offered
got that. And you weren't offered. They didn't offer it
No,
to you.
I actually did ask because I was like, got anything special? And he mentioned something called like Sunny or Slurry. It's like the new
Starry?
Starry,
Yeah.
Starry. I was like, what the hell is Starry? He's like,
They're a Pepsi restaurant.
Sierra
This is
Mist.
their new Sierra Mist. Yeah.
yeah.
I got the Mountain Dew Legend as well.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it's a drink. I think it's a pretty good drink.
What's
yeah,
it
I thought
taste
it was
like?
good. I tasted it. I was like, oh, this is like kind of like a spicy grape soda. And then I looked it up. It's blackberry, citrus, and ginger. So, and it's got caffeine in it, like a Mountain Dew. So,
Sounds good.
yeah, it's like
I
like
liked
the
it a lot.
color of cola. It's like a black
A
soda.
little purple.
A
Honestly?
little purple. Yeah,
Sounds good.
it was good. I
It was
did like
fucking
it.
good. It was good.
I should have got that. I'm gonna have to go back by and just get a bucket of to-go Legend.
You know what? It's right next to AMC Burbank.
Yeah.
There's a couple good spots where you can
Get yelled at by teenagers.
You can get yelled at by
Yeah.
teenagers. I am very afraid of getting yelled at by teenagers up there. There's one in Glendale too, and that's where I got mine delivered from, and it must be near the Americana, but I have no idea where the fuck it is.
It's over by the Americana.
It is just right. It's by the Americana. That's where I got mine from. And I don't know if I've ever actually been to that location before. But I'll say this. On the whole, it was kind of, I've been in Buffalo Wild Wings a million times. It was kind of good to get delivery. It worked out in a weird way.
No, yeah.
Where I was like, oh, this delivered pretty good for me. I was enjoying it. And I did the Mountain Dew Legend, the wrap, chips and salsa, and the two different, which I did not finish all of that. But I also got something that I really loved. And I'm not sure if you're going to agree with this. Everything pretzel bites.
I didn't see that on the menu.
That sounds good.
That does sound
I fucking
good.
liked them a lot. They came with beer cheese and mustard.
Ooh, beer cheese, always good.
And it was
I
like a
love beer
spicy
cheese.
mustard. I loved them. I thought they were great. They were really
I got
well
the
done.
cheese curds.
Oh yeah.
I do like their curds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from the
It's a lot.
Midwest, so
Right. It's a thing there.
I had to get them just to try them, and they're definitely. They say Wisconsin cheese curds, but these are not. They're not like.
Yeah. They're a lot too. It's just like a big a basket.
They're too small. They should be bigger.
Yeah.
And they should be well. There's all kinds of stuff with cheese. Cheese curds are kind of actually hard to do, right?
Yeah.
Culver's does a good one. Am I wrong? Am I misremembering that?
I think so, but that's like I haven't had them before.
That's like a Wisconsin thing.
Yeah.
And you're from Minnesota.
right. I mean, I've been to Culver's. I never got the cheese curds there.
Got it. I remember
curds are
those.
This
more of a
guy, you can talk
restaurant thing.
Lucy Lucy's till the sun comes up though.
I've actually never had one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I've had the two big spots in Minnesota
What's
for
the
the
two big spots?
and I have a T-shirt for one of them. I went with Wu-Tang just recently, but I'll look them up. But it's bar. It's a number like bar 59 or
I
something.
don't even know actually. I don't know because I didn't grow up in Minneapolis. So I don't know the stuff there.
Yeah, I have not had a proper one out there. I've had some versions of it
Right.
here, but it's just like I'm sure it's not the same. It's also like seems a little gimmicky to me.
What, the blue cheese burger?
No, just the idea of a juicy Lucy.
You didn't come with us to get it.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. I wasn't going. We had to eat fucking what was that awful place, that
Fucking
wretched
Taco
place?
John's.
They
I
sent
was
us.
literally recovering from
Oh,
food
right. Emma got
poisoning
food
while you were
poisoning.
eating that Juicy Lucy.
Emma got sick from Taco John's. Emma has
That's
more work to
common.
do than any of
I've
us on
learned
the
this
tour.
now.
Yeah,
I went with Carl on tour. I went with Carl. I went with Wu-Tang the first time I was
You
there.
went with the Wu-Tang Clan?
I just Wu-Tang, my buddy Wu-Tang, who we went and saw the Patriots lose.
Well,
the
your
Super
buddy's name
Bowl.
is Wu-Tang?
His name is Adam Wu, and we call him Wu-Tang.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Great
Yeah.
dude.
Great dude. He
Love
knows-
Wu-Tang.
Great guy. He runs a restaurant.
Yeah.
Majestic Dragon in Ipswich.
Ooh,
Club 5-8 is one of them.
I've
Got
never
it.
heard of that. Damn.
Origins. So
So
Club.
they shot the Good Boys.
Or sorry. 5-8 Club. Sorry, I got that backwards.
Isn't it like kind of like a dive bar? Like it's a small little spot.
So Matt's Bar is the one that is. I mean, I think maybe both of them are, but I think 5-8 Club has a couple locations. But Matt's Bar is the dive bar, and
This is in Minneapolis?
This is in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've never heard of that. That's weird.
And Matt's Bar is that's like the old school spot. And look, I went there once with Carl, and we had one, and we got T-shirts, and we loved it. It was,
Yeah, I'm sure it was great.
It was very good. We wore them to the show that night.
I think we just have different approaches to this sort of thing because when we tour for the podcast, I'm like I've got to make myself miserable by eating this like fucking garbage food that we can talk about on the show. That'll be like I'll do that obligation and then I'm going to eat like a salad or something.
Yeah.
But you're like whatever. I'm already in the muck. I'm just going to like go I'm just going to go full feral.
Yeah. So you're pointing out the fact that I was eating more garbage.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I'm just
yeah.
like I can't do that to my body.
We were
now.
there
I'm gonna feel
though.
like
we
shit.
went early to Taco John's. We got in a day early, and we had that the night
Right.
before, and then we
Yeah,
had.
thank God. Otherwise, we've been barfing on stage.
That would be a cool look, though. I think you guys could pull it off, like a tandem spray barf. That would be kind of like a.
Synchronized puking.
I feel like the Minnesota crowd probably would have just been like, "Yeah," they were so
They would have
fucked
loved it.
up.
They were fucking
they were
hammered.
hammered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people like to drink there.
They sure do.
They were out of their minds.
Yeah.
God.
And I like Minnesota. My cousin John lives in his
It's
family.
good.
Had a great time.
Shout out to Leah. You met both of them, Leah and John. You met
They were
them.
lovely.
And their kids, the great family. They live in Minnesota. I like
Yeah.
Minnesota. Joe Mandy's from Minnesota, but
Right?
the crowd was out of control that night. They were crazy.
They're wild.
They were wild
They're
that night.
juiced up.
Are you
They're
a
just up.
sporto? Do you like those Minnesota Timberwolves?
I like the Vikings. I don't know
Vikings,
about,
okay.
But
Wolves are doing great this
basketball.
season.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check 'em out in the
Basketball. There's
playoffs.
too many games.
That's the thing, but like I think
Yeah.
the Wolves would be a really fun team to just check out for the playoff run, and then everyone in Minnesota will be cheering
I
for
think
them.
playoff run is a great way to get into basketball too.
Yeah.
I think. You know what? It is a long season. I haven't been keeping up to date on the Celtics as much as I should. But you know what? I'm a grown man.
Well, they're like
Yeah.
12 games ahead for the 1 seed. They're fucking going to
mean they're
waltz to
in?
the finals.
They're looking pretty good. I
See,
mean,
I like just like
I'm
football.
sure that
'Cause
they'll
football is
lose
so
in the final.
simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. One
Yeah.
game a week,
Yeah.
and you just move on with your life.
And it's like pure entertainment. There's no, I don't know, something about it.
No,
I only
I
got
get
into
it.
it recently. Though. I got into it like a couple years ago, just like 3 years ago during the pandemic. I got into football.
I love football. I'm a fan of watching it. Wags doesn't watch it because of the issues that come with football, but he instead watches professional wrestling.
I got to I know it's a bit contradictory, but I got so bummed out by like what hard hits and shit and people getting concussions.
You mean
and
the
stuff,
essence of the game?
Yeah, exactly. That really bummed me out.
Yeah.
And I just stopped enjoying it, and I was like,
I
this
get
is
it.
one fewer things to follow.
Yeah, I just have no soul, so I'm sort of like
No, I did no judgment against anyone
no, for
who
real.
does.
I feel like it's like I've somehow I'm able to not care about that.
Sure.
I mean, it's like it's default,
yeah.
but I feel like what's it called when someone doesn't care about something or
Lack of empathy.
Come on, Shakespeare.
Come on, let's go, Shakespeare.
Come
what
on.
the fuck?
Come on, tell me how I feel. What is it called? Like, you're like apathetic. What's it called when someone's like, like a sociopath?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say sociopath.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I would not think of you as a sociopath. You're a lovely man.
Exactly.
Weiger,
Exactly.
Oh, got
Yes.
it. Okay, all right.
Weiger is a
working.
sociopath, though, for sure. By the way, professional wrestlers, Colt Cabana just said, Poutine, you had Weiger at teen. And that's what he.
That's very good.
So I think
Good
he,
roast
I
from
don't
Colt.
know if I had said that to you or something, but
You said that
You
in the John and Taya episode.
that's what it was.
Yeah, they were talking about the teen burger.
Right.
And you said you had Weiger at teen. This was the A&W Canada menu offering, and I think he maybe was yes-anding that with a poutine.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
A lot of fun. Thanks for checking your text as we do the show.
Shout out to Colt.
Shout out
What
to
else
Colt.
is going on in the text here? Let's see. And there's 150 text messages from Blank Doe, the text
Okay.
chain I'm on with you.
Ooh.
And I haven't looked at yet.
Yeah, don't look at that during the record. We'll catch up on that afterwards. Emma, shout out to your sister, who I know
Yeah.
is a big Buffalo Wild Wings fan, or is at least a bit of a heat seeker.
She's a huge
A
heat
heat
seeker.
seeker.
She's
Yeah.
a real freak for heat.
Mango habanero, her favorite flavor.
One of her favorites, yeah.
Wow.
Sweet
Which is
chili Thai,
The
another one.
fourth
That's another hot,
hottest
spicy one.
is the.
Yeah, so the
I think the hottest at Buffalo Wild Wings is spicy, but not going to kill you.
It's called Blazin' Knockout. I think it used to just be called Blazin', and I've had it before, and it's like it's not like Howlin' Ray's Howlin', where it's just going to
Sure.
knock you on your ass.
It's
It's,
not even
like
like-
hot, but it's fine.
No, thanks.
We did the hot ones. Well, we still it still hasn't come out yet, has it?
How
Yeah.
long ago did you make it? Or did you film it?
Well, this is the thing. Mitch said we did the hot ones, and people are going to think we were on the hot ones. That's not what happened.
Keep looking at the YouTube for hot ones. You might see the Doughboys pop
we
up.
got the hot ones sauces and tried them for a segment
Oh,
on an
God,
upcoming
okay.
Patreon episode.
That makes more
we
sense.
absolutely, yeah.
Who
would
knows?
make-
Between President Biden and
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, we might pop up on an episode of Hot Ones. It's like the
Biden
most.
did it?
I mean, there's like the
That's funny.
most famous.
It is the most famous
They're
people
the
on
most
Earth.
famous people on Earth that do Hot Ones.
This is
But
interesting.
on the hot one scale, I don't even think it gets like past like the fifth hot sauce. Like right, like it's like
Yeah, I think it would probably be like maybe a 6 or 7, maybe
Really?
if
Really?
you were
Oh, I
being
don't even
like
think
charitable
so.
to it. But I also
Yeah.
didn't have it this time, so I'm speaking from memory. So
Yeah.
like maybe it's not actually that hot.
That stuff is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
too
Yeah,
dangerous.
I had a hot exit from these wings I had.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
oh,
get
well.
that because I don't have, I have less intestines. So I
Right.
think it's like the colon breaks down a lot of heat.
Mhm.
And sometimes if I have the hot stuff, it is at nighttime. After I take a shit,
Yeah.
I should get a bidet because it's
Yeah.
like severe pain.
Oh man.
You
Like
got-
it's crazy. Like I'm surprised at how painful it is.
You got to get a bidet.
I
I'm
do.
I'm telling you.
But I
Look,
wonder if the bidet would make it worse
Tushy?
the same way drinking water. You know what I mean?
you got to get a milk bidet.
It can.
Oh, that'd be good. A milk
Jemmy moved
bidet.
away from me after I said that, and is now like in a seemingly uncomfortable position.
She does this sometimes.
It's very
Works
cute.
for her, kind of in an lying in like a little lowercase c, maybe like an S.
Things like a spine twist.
Oh, that's sweet. I am with you. I no longer do. She's sweet. I can't help
She's
myself.
cute.
I no longer do the spicy stuff. I do mild.
Yeah.
I'm a mild guy now. Dolly Parton. I sent you screen
Dolly
grabs
Parton
of this
likes
last
mild,
night. She like a soft taco supreme, and she likes mild sauce from Taco Bell. We just did the tournament.
And the Mexican pizza.
And the Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
You talking about Dolly
God bless
Parton, or
her.
is this the name of like a dog or something?
Sorry. The Dolly
Parton.
Okay, I got it.
Doggy Parton would be a great name for a dog.
Yeah, Mitch, that would be a great name for a dog. I'm just thinking about it now. Man, what if Doggy Parton met the bad boys and the good boys?
Ooh, that would be a crazy
That'd be
triple
crazy.
thing.
And what about,
Wow.
what's the movie with the dogs in it?
Every movie?
Strays.
Oh,
Strays.
man, what if Doggy Parton met the strays?
I also guess you're right that every movie does have a dog
Yeah,
in it.
pretty much every
probably.
movie.
Yeah.
If you're smart enough, you'll put a dog in
Put
there.
a dog in there at some point.
Put a dog in
Yeah.
there.
Even if it's just a dog you see like along the way or something, I think that's good.
No
You gotta
dogs
have
on
a dog.
Arrakis.
No.
There's Muad'Dib, but there's no dogs.
Yeah, there's no dogs.
Well,
Yeah, no Muab dog. Anyway,
Mitch, Fine Dining, the search for the most mediocre restaurant in America, is a podcast where comedian Michael Ornelas is traveling the country, eating at all chain restaurants in search of the perfectly average 5.00 out of 10 dining experience, the objective middle threshold of where bad becomes good.
friend of the Doughboys, Marissa Pinson and John Glover, who we love, were the most recent guests as they review Costco's food court.
Wow.
It's a 2-part episode that covers everything from discontinued menu items to how many Costco hot dogs they could fit in their mouths.
I think I could fit about 3.
The long way or the short way?
Head over to linktree.com/fine dining podcast and click Bees to enter a giveaway for an all-expensive paid trip to your local Applebee's, the current frontrunner for the most mediocre restaurant in America at a 5.02 out of 10 for you and up to 3 of your friends.
And you can watch or listen to Fine Dining on your platform of choice while you're there. Enter by May 1st, and the winner will be announced on the May 8th episode.
$50 will be provided for transportation along with a $200 Applebee's gift card.
We should move forward with the show.
Yeah, let's get to our fork scores. So, Johnny, you've done the show before.
Yes.
The way we do this is that we will each go around. We'll give a closing argument, if you will, and then
Okay.
give it a score from 0 to 5 forks. You are our guest. Sitting to my left, we'll begin with you. Your thoughts, your fork
It seems
score.
like he's mad at me for the good boys, bad boys thing.
I'm not getting that.
No.
I think you
I
are.
loved it.
You're
On edge.
deciding it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a little on edge, I guess.
But also, every time I look at you, he might be going. I just want to see it. I look back. It's like the cat that moves, it advances every time you look back.
Can you talk to me for a second? I gotta check.
So yeah, hot exit. It was just significant. It was just real hot. Like
I can't
so
tell
spicy.
I can't tell if he's saying "fuck you" or if he's trying to get that apple piece.
Yeah, I'm
from
just trying to get
earlier,
the
or
apple
he's
out.
fingering his mouth. It's
I was still
one
trying to
of
get the apple
three.
out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 3.5.
3.5 forks. So you
Wow.
you didn't necessarily have the best experience, but you're still pretty
No.
positive on it.
You know what? I think Buffalo Wild Wings is not meant to be eaten without beer and without watching a game.
Sure.
I think you're supposed to go there, watch a game with at least 2 other people,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to go there and have a beer and stuff, and just get traditional menu items. Like the fact that I got the boneless. I'm not a boneless guy. I should have just stuck with the regular wings. What's saving me is those regular bone-in honey sriracha were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were great.
They make a good wing.
The other stuff is pulling it away. So, and also, yeah, I wasn't watching it. It just was like a thing where, yeah, not the best.
I think that they do a good fry for a fast food place or chain restaurant, I guess in this scenario. They do a good fry on a chicken wing, and the chicken wings taste decent.
Yeah.
What about the fries themselves? But you didn't get them.
I didn't get the fucking fries. But my boneless were fried pretty well, and that was the only thing that I had fried. I've been thinking about giving up fried food, which for this podcast would be impossible, maybe.
No, well, it might be a fun workaround. It's sort of
you
like
could do
a challenge
Yeah.
makes things better.
Right.
You know?
As I did a year of this podcast without eating any meat.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do
Wow.
it. You can figure it out.
I know, but
I like that. I like that for you.
that year sucked. It was bad content.
It's the whole year.
The whole year is just a wash. I got it delivered. It was late at night. It caused gastrointestinal distress this
Yeah.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now who's the wordsmith?
Wow.
Look at you.
I'm going to see a gastroenterologist pretty soon.
You got one?
I'm going. Yeah, I'm
I
going.
got the best one if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah, cancel your appointment with this fucking loser.
Can-
Get with Johnny's guy.
We should maybe we'll bleep when I say this person's name. but
Okay.
I wonder if it's the same
Is
person.
it Cedars?
It is Cedars.
Okay, I probably know him.
Dr. Sharma.
Ooh, it might be the same office as the place I go. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
All right, we'll talk at post
Yeah,
show.
sounds familiar. Okay.
Dr. Sharma is where I'm going.
Wow.
More like Dr. Charmin.
Well, now we got to
Oh.
bleep Mitch. We got to bleep
I
that
was gonna say
name.
Dr. Shawarma.
We got to bleep that name a couple of times. We got to bleep your joke. We got to bleep Emma's joke. 'cause
No,
it
we
gets
can
his
leave in
doctor's
Dr.
name.
Charmin. We can leave that in.
Can we?
Yeah,
Will
sure.
people know what that
I
is?
named the hospital
the
that they
freaks
work
are
in.
gonna
It's
find
pretty
it.
close.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out
bleep the
immediately.
hospital.
I'm gonna bleep this whole
we
thing.
leave in my joke. We leave in the
The joke
Charmin
doesn't
joke.
make any
The joke
sense
makes
without
no
the
sense
name.
without hearing the original
Then just,
name.
you know what? Out them. I don't give a shit anymore.
The hole's just getting deeper.
It's too deep. You know what? They know who he is now.
We'll just have like a 3-minute long bleep.
What are they gonna do? Call up and be like, "Did Mitch get his stomach looked at? What the fuck are they gonna do? Who cares?"
Wait, I can't.
And they'll say, stomach, do you mean lower intestines?
That's yeah.
Okay, you can say it, sir. We are a doctor's office. You can say it. You can say it. Did you shit into the baby's mouth again?
Dr. Sharna's like, yeah, I'm at the top of my field. Nice to meet you. Actually, my husband loves your podcast. The pattern of fucking loser fans who are married to extremely successful people.
Successful, attractive, just the excel in every field.
Yeah.
What were you gonna do a Doughboy fan voice?
Oh yeah, moment's passed.
Come on, let's hear it.
No, I did the other side of the bit. So
Okay, all right, good.
Here, I'll read another alt from the roasts earlier. Porn no instead of ponyo.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is that the idea that you jack off to your imagination? What's going on there?
I mean, it could be. I mean, I guess porn. No, I'm not like a big porn user, and I just kind of like I just feed the baby when the urge comes. But also, I guess it's just a weird.
It's a bit of
roast.
a thinker, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
just go for ponyo to like froyo or something. Yeah, I don't know. Just make a food thing.
Also, by the way, I've looked at some porn.
you
I'll
some
look at
porn.
some fucking. I've seen porn. Trust me, I've seen it.
What's it? What is it? What is it? Prove it.
It's just that funny thing.
What is it? Prove
Why
it.
would I have to describe porn? Everyone knows what it looks like. So
Sounds like someone who has never seen porn, if you ask me.
Please.
What is it? Come on, what is it?
You know the stuff that goes on in it, and
No, I don't know. Help me, educate me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a baby. I don't know.
I'm
just a little baby.
Look, we're so tight on time. I haven't even said my fork review yet, right, Wise?
Yeah, no, you haven't said your fork score, but
I gotta pee.
So, and that's an issue too.
Is that in porn?
yeah. Hey, that could that might be. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be in it, so that might be one of the things.
I don't know. That's why.
I'm pretty sure that I think there might be like a tit in it, porn.
A tit? like a cow?
More?
Was there a cow in there?
There might be more.
A single tit.
There might be. Look, Wise, whether
Yeah.
I've watched porn ever in my life or not, I have gone to Buffalo Wild Wings. We know that for a fact.
yes,
You've gone with me.
I've gone with you.
You've gone with me. You know I've had it.
Yeah,
How many forks?
For me, I'm going up from my last visit,
Ooh.
and I kind of got nostalgic for it. And I'm going for what they're trying to do,
Yeah.
which is like, do any chain restaurants work in this, or is it now? Have we gotten to the point where like a fancy restaurant in LA will last for like 5 years and then it will go away? Is that like what chain restaurants are going to become? I don't know, because I really don't. Buffalo Wild Wings is a huge chain, and I don't even think it's on hard times. But I just feel like people aren't going to anymore. But that's maybe because I just am not going. So I have no idea, but I like it and I want to go back. I would love to go to Buffalo. If the three of us went to Buffalo Wild Wings together, I think it would be a blast.
Oh yeah, watching some NHL game maybe.
It would be. I think
It'd
it would
be
be
fun.
fun.
what a hoot that would be.
It'd be
Throwing
fun.
back a couple
the Wild
IPAs,
Yeah.
Minnesota Wilds on,
or maybe a different team.
or it could be a different team.
Could
What
be
if
the
what
Oilers.
if the Boston Bruins are playing?
Boston Bruins.
I would be happy.
Maybe my Los Angeles Kings. I don't watch hockey, but I would claim them as mine because
Kopitar.
Sure, there you go.
Now imagine if the LA Kings met King Henry VIII.
think it would go a little something like this. Excuse me. Excuse me, young man. Stop skating. You fucking piece of shit.
That's the NHL players. You piece of shit. You
probably
fucking...
a little more colorful than that, I bet, you know? You seen Slapshot lately?
I have not, but I love
that
Slapshot.
movie's fucking nasty.
Wow.
Is it really?
That movie, talk about movies that can't be made now. You couldn't make a single scene from that movie now. It is like the 70s rolled up into a blunt covered in jazz. It is like the most foul movie.
It makes me want to put it on.
It is fucking nasty.
Wow.
I loved it back in the
crazy
day.
bad.
I would love to look.
It's just
Slapshot
like,
is a 4-forker for me. Well, Slapshot maybe back in the day 4.5 forker.
yeah, it's definitely, yeah.
But
Jemmy is below your seat. She is looking up at you.
she wants me to just finish my thought.
Yeah,
like-
finish your thought.
Just say it.
Give her the moment.
4 forks.
Four forks for Buffalo Wild Wings.
It's a Golden Play Club member for me.
Okay.
I
get not. We gave it 3 last time. I get not going there.
We're look. I think we're gonna be ballpark buds here because we're all in the same neck of the woods. I will say that the last time we reviewed B-Dubs, I was a little bit down on it versus our first experience, which was great, but that was in person versus COVID lockdown. But also last time we reviewed it, and I found this in the notes, I had a special lunchtime award that I don't think I've ever brought back, and I feel like where would it be more fitting but on our next review of Buffalo Wild Wings to revive Weiger's Little Nibbles at Noon, which is my award for a great lunchtime treat. And I got to give it to the All-American Cheeseburger.
Wow.
All-American Cheeseburger gets Weiger's Little Nibbles at Noon. I would get that burger
I can't
again.
believe that
Fantastic
I can't believe
burger.
it didn't come back.
It's going to be a staple of the podcast from here on out. If I get a lunch, I'm giving out a Weiger's Little Nibbles at Noon. And I also do think my overall experience was better than last time, but I don't think it's quite in Golden Plate Club territory.
Okay.
Like I think this is a
You
fun
love
concept.
this burger, but okay.
I love the burger. I thought the wings were fine. I thought they were well made. But honestly, talking about what this place is trying to do, wings is in the name. Buffalo Wild Wings. Big wing chain. I'd rather go to Wingstop. I just think Wingstop has a better
Sure.
execution. I think they have a more streamlined concept. Buffalo Wild Wings, a lot of their menu is there's a bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be on there. It's Unga Pachka. And
Wingstop really just the thing of being like, hey, we're just a storefront. You get the wings, you get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Really worked out for them in the last 5 years.
Absolutely
I mean,
did.
It just
Yeah.
that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Somehow Weiger's Little Nibbles at Noon is grosser than feeding the baby. I don't know how, but it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, in a way, it kind of is. It's like okay, Uncle Nick. If you were to whisper that to a baby, that would be bad. Like a 5-year-old, like, you want to do Uncle Nick's Nibbles at Noon? He'll be like,
immediately.
slap you and go play Fortnite.
I'm going to be in hand-holding clubs with Johnny Pemberton. I'm going to say 3.5 forks
Wow.
Fair.
for Buffalo Wild Wings. It's a good experience.
Yeah.
But you're brave for choosing to have this because it is a very heavy meal that I think gave us all some various bouts of intestinal distress.
You get the Doughboys Bravery Award.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, wings is about part of the enjoyment is knowing that it's going to hurt.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like this thing where I'm playing a game with myself saying, okay, so you better enjoy this because this is you enjoy the moment. It teaches you to enjoy the moment because you know it's going to be so bad 12 hours later.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
My thought with all this is just like the Hooters in Burbank is closed.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels like these, like it to me, I maybe have to go into a Buffalo Wild Wings on a Friday night and just see what the deal is. But it feels like these communal chain restaurants are kind of dying in a way.
They are. I mean, it's
just
it's
what's happening.
It's a factor of part of what I said earlier.
Kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, and also just the the long tail of COVID. Hey, that was our review of Buffalo Wild Wings. Before we get fully off of it, Emma, we should acknowledge our video editor, Mike Dorfman.
Yeah. I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings was the one and only was the cause of the one and only times he shit his pants as an adult.
He's gonna love this shout out.
I asked permission before I said it. It's okay.
What sauce did
He
he
can
have?
cut it
do you
if he
know?
wants.
Yeah.
I don't know the sauce. I could ask him. I know he just had some wings. I know it wasn't even a lot of food, and then it just like absolutely destroyed him. So we have never been to Buffalo Wild Wings together.
Hey, you could have Dr. Sharma.
I should also mention earlier we were talking about Tushy. I tried to shout out their URL and I just said tushy.com. I looked it up. It's hellotushy.com.
There you go.
Tushy.com
Let me
is
guess.
an anal porn site.
You know what that is?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah. No, I know that. Yeah. I go to tushy.com all the time.
Every time he's on the toilet.
By the way, Wags, I was gonna say this. I was gonna instill
Instill fear in a person?
dress code.
Institute
of
dress code.
Yeah, I didn't know what to go there. I was gonna say install. That doesn't work either.
We get what you mean. This is linguistics is descriptive, not prescriptive. So we get your meaning from install a dress code, even if it's not technically correct. Well, it's because it's and Natalie was a linguistics minor. She knows a lot of this stuff much better than me. But it's like the whole purpose of linguistics is to try to figure out how people communicate, not say what they should be saying, not like correct their grammar, but like if you understand the meaning. If I say dog sit there, that's not like a proper English sentence, but you understand my meaning, right?
Right.
You get that there's a dog next to you.
I thought it was perfect. Well, the dress code that I want to buy only is to Jemmy. I think Jemmy needs to come in with a tie every day.
What kind of bow tie or a long tie?
That would be very cute.
A bow tie or a long tie. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Mitch doesn't want her to be naked anymore.
Yeah, she needs to put something on.
Makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, makes me very uncomfortable.
Very professional with a tie. That'd be a good look for her.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, what is the damn what is the damn segment for the day?
Mitch, today's segment is Slop Quiz, Foul Play Extraordinaire, Pass or Quail, Toucan, Play at that game, No Egrets edition, sponsored by birdfuck.com.
Okay, all right, sponsored by Birdfuck.
Amelia Marino.
Birdfuck?
Birdfuck.com, that's our URL. Amelia Marino.
You were the second person just a couple of weeks to respond very similar to like what?
That's really
is
cool.
Title. Yeah.
I like that.
We like it too. So I've got this is a compiled by Amelia. This is a two-part quiz. So we'll start with some bird-related true or false. So you can chime in with your name after I read the question and say true.
So I say my name to buzz in?
Yeah, to buzz in, yeah. And then say true or false.
I'm going to smoke you on this, just so you know.
That's
wow,
I
love this.
I like the competitiveness. We'll see.
Okay, first up. A turducken is a dish consisting
Johnny. It's a turkey.
Yep.
With a duck.
Mm-hmm.
And a chicken.
All right, this was a true or false question.
Oh.
Do you want me to read the rest of it?
Yeah, I guess so.
A turducken is a dish consisting of a deboned duck stuffed into a deboned chicken stuffed into a deboned turkey.
Is that true? It's true or false?
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny, true.
Mitch, false.
Mitch gets it.
What?
They did it the wrong
The
order.
chicken goes inside the duck.
That's right.
Which you don't think, you think of like, oh, well, a duck would be smaller than chicken. It's like, no, a duck's bigger than a chicken.
Johnny,
average chicken.
There's one thing you didn't think of, that this game is complete bullshit.
Also, that's true. But also, if you roll back the tape, I did say turkey, duck, chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you get it?
So,
I'll just, you know what? I'm just going to say no one gets that one.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yes.
That was a warm-up round.
Yeah, that'll be there. Yeah.
Warm up.
Okay. Next up. Number 2, buffalo wings have no relation to the animal. True or false?
Mitch.
Johnny.
I heard Mitch.
True. They're from Buffalo, New York.
Yes, you are correct. You
Yeah, I
get
was going to say the same fucking thing, bitch.
it. Number 3. This is a quick one.
Your boy here's, I heard Mitch first. Yeah. No big deal. No big deal.
It is illegal to eat eagle.
Johnny.
I heard Johnny.
Yes. It's illegal to eat eagle.
It is true. I will give it to you. The 1940 Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act forbids hunting, poaching, and possession of eagles. Next up. Gastons are male chickens that have been castrated and fed a rich diet to improve the quality of their flesh for a more flavorful taste.
Mitch.
All right, Mitch.
What was the?
It's
These are all true or false?
They're all true or false.
Shit.
By the way, no one has said it, but I'm going to say chew.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Mitch, you're wrong. Do you lose a point? I think you lose a point.
I lose a point?
I think you lose a point because otherwise then you could just buzz in first each time and then guess whatever and have no consequence. You lose a point, so you're down to 0. They're called capones. Gaston is a character from Beauty and the Beast.
I knew Gaston was I knew it was from Beauty and the Beast, but I thought maybe that's where it got the name from.
Oh. Right now you look like LeFou with that answer.
I played LeFou in my
really?
when I was summer theater camp. I played LeFou.
Wow.
By the way, ever since you talked about eating eagle, my stomach has been growling. It really is growling.
Yeah, we got him. He tried to eat eagles, sir. Yep, we got him.
2 more true or false questions. Number 5, flamingos can drink near boiling water.
Johnny.
This is just tough.
Go ahead, Johnny.
I'm going to say false.
No, it is true.
Wow.
How the fuck do they know that?
They can drink water at near boiling point to collect fresh waters from springs and geysers. Tough skin on their legs prevents burns. I didn't know that.
That's cool as hell.
What a fact.
I should have known. It's so specific. It had to be true.
Yeah, that's what I thought with the Gaston one, though.
Yeah.
All right, you both have 0. Last one. Canadians as recently as the
You
late...
both have 0 last one? All right, here
Canadians
we go.
are as recently as the late 1800s studied augury and used the behavior of chickens to predict the future.
Johnny.
Go ahead, Johnny.
It's in your hands.
Chew.
No, it's false. This was kind of a trick one because this was a practice.
Come on!
But this was not Canadians. This was ancient Romans. The sacred chickens
Same
of Rome
thing.
were known as the Polarius. Okay,
Same thing.
let's just say we're gonna throw out the previous round. This was all a warm
Did
up.
you write these?
No, these are all from Amelia Marino, our associate producer. We have
Fire?
we have the rest of these are worth double points. Players are allowed to consult a wingman for assistance. I guess that's Casey or Emma.
Casey or Emma, I guess.
Okay, first one.
Should I not be looking at the answers in my email?
All right, so it's just Casey. Your wingman is Casey.
Okay.
Number 7, an ostrich egg is the largest egg of any living land animal and can weigh as much as 3 pounds at around 6 inches long. And an ostrich egg is equivalent to, you can buzz in if you want. You don't even know what I'm asking.
Yeah, these aren't true or false, right?
These are open-ended, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
There you go. So I guess I get to listen. I get to answer.
Yeah, Johnny gets to answer
blew
first.
it.
An ostrich egg is equivalent to how many chicken eggs? Closest guess wins.
An
Equivalent
ostrich.
to in what? Weight or size?
I think it just says equivalent to how many. I'm guessing in terms of weight.
I think I gotta throw this question out because it hasn't been specified. How can I possibly answer it? Because
How many chicken eggs would it take to get the same food value as an ostrich egg if you're like making scrambled ostrich?
We're talking calories here or joules?
All right, we'll throw that one out. Number 8. A squab is another name for what common bird whose meat is considered a delicacy in some countries? I do know this one.
Mitch. Pigeon.
Mitch, you are correct. You get
Wow.
double points, 2
Nice.
points. You are in the lead, 2-0.
I want to say 50 eggs for the ostrich eggs, just out of curiosity.
Do you want to? This doesn't count. Do you want to take?
I'm going to say 30.
Johnny would have won. Price is Right rules. You both would have lost. It's 24 eggs.
Mmm.
Kiefer.
Like Kiefer Sutherland or the yogurt drink?
Marilyn Reiska was on 24.
That's right.
Your friend.
Yeah.
Our past guest.
Our friend.
Our friend.
Yeah.
Our friend.
I can say our friend. We've met a couple of times. I should on the podcast twice.
Our friend.
Number 9. Which organ is harvested in duck or goose in the popular French delicacy known
Johnny.
as foie?
The liver.
It is the liver. You are both knotted up at 2 apiece.
Wow.
Number 10. This one will decide it, although there is a tiebreaker. Molly Schuyler holds the world record for eating how many wings in a 30-minute period? Closest guess wins.
Oh, closest guess wins.
Yeah.
89.
Mitch, do you want to guess?
A 30-minute period?
Yeah.
Whew. I'm going to go just 100.
Mitch wins it, but you both way undershot it.
Wow.
Because of the 2018 Wing Bowl in Philadelphia, Molly Schuyler ate a staggering 501 wings.
Holy shit.
What the fuck? That's like a backseat of a car or something like that.
So many wings, yeah.
I think that we
Jesus.
should, The competitive spirit is in me. I think that this bonus question should be for the.
Okay, bonus question to decide it.
Or if you make it 3 points, then it would decide it anyway.
Okay, great. Here it is. Buffalo Wild Wings is owned by the same company as what other chain?
Johnny.
I should know this.
It is Potbelly sandwiches.
You know what? It might be Potbelly sandwiches, but the answer here is Arby's. But I'm going to look it up because there are a bunch of different options.
It's Arby's?
Wow.
Rourke Capital owns Inspire Brands, which owns a bunch of different brands, including, I think, Culver's. Let me look it up.
Oh, I feel like I might be wrong then.
I like Potbelly. Is a good
corporation owns Potbelly. I think they're still their own thing.
Yeah.
I thought Potbelly was a good. I thought that was a good guess.
Hold on. Rourke Capital Group. I mean, this is one of those grim, like, late capitalism things where it's like,
there's like 3 people own everything anyways.
It's a private equity firm that owns a bunch of different restaurants and then also a bunch of different gyms and, like, the Mathnasium and then a bunch of weird, like, environmental and light bulb and recycling firms. Anyway, they own Inspire Brands. They own CKE Restaurants. We talked about this, which is Carl's Jr., Hardee's, Green Burrito, and Red Burrito. They also own the Cheesecake Factory. They own Culver's. They have a minority investment in Culver's. They own Jim and Nick's barbecue restaurants, and then their big holding is Inspire Brands, which is Arby's and Buffalo Wild Wings, but also Sonic Drive-In, Jimmy John's, Dunkin', Mr. Donuts, and Baskin Robbins. So yeah, I think we're just going to toss that question out and say it's a draw. Everyone wins.
More like everybody loses. With Inspire Brands, you're losing.
Just like a restaurant without your feedback, let's open to the feedback. Today's email is from The Finn Man. The Finn Man writes, Hi, Doughboys. This is Finn from Sacramento, California's capital.
Sacktown.
I often use the same combination of spices and have made what I consider to be my signature spice blend. If you could make a Doughboys branded signature spice blend, what spices would be in it? I know it wouldn't be in it. The spice melange.
That's true.
Oh,
that's true.
I'd want that. I want the spice melange.
I do want it, but it's such a valued commodity. I'm not going to waste it on a Doughboys spice blend.
Yeah,
I'm going to use it so that my navigators in the spacing guild can fold space.
That's what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically just tripping balls.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a psychoactive chemical that lets your brain
That's
function
what
like a computer.
folding space is like tripping?
No, it's like they're actually doing it. But,
got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Do you know that cats' eyes are blue when they're babies and they turn green?
Wow.
It's much like the characters in Dune.
Like reverse Fremen.
They're very much reverse Fremen.
Lisan al-Gaib!
And also, they're digging around in kitty litter, which is a lot like sand in many ways.
It's true.
Lisan al-Gaib!
This is a great question because I don't really know the answer to it. Thank you, Finn, one of the great Star Wars characters.
Oh my God. You guys are in deep.
Here's what I was going to say. I got on the spice blend tip. So I got a Montreal steak seasoning, a McCormick one from Costco, and it was like a big fucking it's like a 40-ounce thing. Yeah, it is good.
It's good.
I've been using it for like a year and a half. This jar is still like a third full, and I use it. I mean, it's not just I don't make steaks all that often, but I will as an occasional indulgence. But I use it on chicken. I use it on fish.
Burgers?
Yeah, it works on everything. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
but a Montreal steak blend is like garlic, paprika, and just
flakes?
pepper. Yeah.
Was onion flakes in there too?
I don't know if onion flakes is.
I think that's fun. I think maybe we could create one together here because I don't know how well I'm gonna look.
You are correct. Onion flakes are in there.
There's only a few minutes left here in the episode. I think that we can do this.
I mean, I love a homemade lemon pepper dill.
Yeah, lemon pepper dill is fun.
Yeah.
Dill is a nice little, get dill too often, but I like a nice dill.
Throw some garlic in there too. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge garlic guy. Yeah. We need garlic in this sauce. What is this? A spice.
It's the signature spice blend.
I've been making a cilantro lime dip.
How fun is that?
Good.
So this is a dry rub basically. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I honestly like, I'll buy just a fucking, they're easy to make on your own too, but like I'll buy just like a pre-made spice blend.
Sure.
It's just like super easy to season your food.
Right
you don't have to think about it.
We got garlic, we got dill, and then did you want lime in there?
I think lemon zest.
Lemon zest, okay.
That gives you that pop.
Yeah. Lemon zest, garlic, dill. This is interesting.
Ooh.
I think we got to put some heat in here.
Yeah, because I'm a bit of a heat
chili
seeker.
flakes.
Cayenne.
Yeah, a little cayenne.
Little cayenne.
Cayenne
and
good.
chili flakes? Why not?
I also really like a smoked paprika. Not just a paprika, but a smoked paprika.
All right, we got smoked paprika. We got chili flakes. We got cayenne. We got dill. We got lemon zest.
Yeah.
Touch of cumin.
Throw some
Just
cumin
a
in there.
little, though. Just a little bit. Because cumins, it takes up a lot of room.
Hold it in.
Takes up a lot of
Yes,
space.
me.
It's like Baron Harkonnen. You need those tinctures to get cumin in there.
Cumin, I like that. You know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
Oh, did we say onion?
Yeah, well, we didn't, but we should throw it in there.
Some onion
Dehydrated onion.
powder? Dehydrated onion I like too.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm an onion powder guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we do both.
Sure, why not?
This is going to be
Like everything but the kitchen sink spice rub.
It's a lot.
You know what we call this spice blend? Ungapachka. Doughboys Ungapachka spice blend. It's our version of everything spice.
We're here with the brand man.
We're here with the brand man.
Let's go branding.
Honestly, I'd be interested if I saw this spice blend at the market. I think I'd be pretty interested.
Especially if it had you guys' logo on there.
Yeah, we got our little fat cartoons on there. These little
fucks.
You know what?
these little fat fuckers on
There's
there.
two virgins back there.
If
spoon.
Giorgio Clooney can do tequila, what's stopping you guys from doing spice? Okay?
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good. I think this is a fun question, a fun exercise. It's challenging because it's like you start to think of all the spices you like.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're making your fucking Chipotle bowl, it's like, well, if I get everything, this is just going to be madness.
Right.
I got to exercise some restraint.
Are we good with that? Is there one more thing we're missing? I mean,
I think you're good.
how about some salt and pepper?
Well, salts, you have to have
It's just
salt.
in
Yeah, you got to
there.
have that in there.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I think that's
Filler.
maybe implied.
Filler, maybe a little xanthan gum,
I
some
like some
maltodextrin.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you want to
Some
throw some more
anti-caking
additives in there.
agents.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little anti-cake in there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, you know what? I got one last thing that we could throw in there. Some sort of Parmesan-y, some sort of cheesy element.
I worry about it spoiling at that point, right? You want it to be shelf stable
Shit,
once you
all
start throwing
right,
cheese
fine,
in there.
fine. I was just trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
You could have like a yeast. What's it called?
A nutritional yeast? Yeah.
Maybe that could work.
That could work.
That is fun.
I was just trying to have some fun. Forget it. Let's just end the episode.
You really fucked up
Yeah.
that whole thing. Trying to have fun there.
If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at feedbag@birdfuck.com or leave us a voicemail 830-GOTO. That's 830-463-6844. And you can get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, plus our entire pre-2018 back catalog. Subscribe at patreon.com/Doughboys. Our producer is Emma Erdbrink. Our associate producer is Amelia Marino. Our engineer is Casey Donahue. Our video editor is Mike Dorfman, who shit his
Look.
pants from Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's right.
Yeah.
The oven fries guy. Let's go, Brandon. He's here.
Putting on sunglasses. Putting on a Waffle House hat, which we did not discuss.
Have you guys ever done Waffle House?
We have. We did it in the South with Carl and with Molasses Boy, Alan McLeod.
If you want to do it again, I'll come back.
I would love to do. I would love to do it again. I had a great experience with Waffle House. There's none out here.
The problem is you can't go. Yeah.
How have they not? When LA does all, every chain eventually makes it here. How has the Waffle House never done it?
But
Yeah, we have worse versions of all the national chains.
we
now.
have a lot of chains we don't have here, aren't there? Like,
I mean,
we don't have-
Culver's we mentioned earlier is not out
Yeah.
here. So there's some of the ones. I think it's good that some stuff stays regional.
Yeah, I think it should.
Because we don't want in the same. Look, Mitch, I'm not taking a shot at you, but there's this shitty Dunkin' Donuts out here. We don't need a shitty Waffle House out
Yeah.
here.
I
You
kind of
know,
like the dunk. It's fine.
yeah,
That's fine.
Because Waffle House is kind of it's rough.
yeah.
Yeah. I would like to have waffle.
I love Waffle
I
House.
love it. I love it. Love it.
It would
I've had great
also be
experiences
just
there.
like insane and hard to go to, and it would be packed constantly if
It'd
there
be
was
packed.
one Waffle
Oh my
House or
God,
something.
it was so
Be
packed.
the worst. Well, we went to that fucking the one Cracker Barrel in Southern California when we went out
Packed.
there. And yeah, it was a madhouse. Our guest today, Johnny Pemberton. Fallout is now streaming on Prime Video. Plug the show. Congratulations on the show.
Congrats.
It's such a
Fun.
cool
It's
franchise.
very cool, very fun, very wild, very big scope. Fun watch.
Wow.
It's going to be interesting to see what people think about it. I think they're going to like it.
You know what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
2 breakout characters from 2 post-apocalyptic video game adaptations.
We're
Oh.
video game brothers. It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Twisted Metal and Fallout.
That's right.
Stu and
Holy
Thaddeus.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh my God. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Congratulations.
cool.
Anything else you want to plug?
I got a bunch of shows coming up, but I'm trying to get the exact dates. I think I got shows in New York in July at the Soho Playhouse, and I got some shows in the Midwest in September, but you can see them on my website, johnnypemberton.dog. Or you can, that's what it is. Or you can look it up on my Instagram, which is just my name. You'll see it. If you want to go, you'll find it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I love it.
Wow. Hey, that'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating.
See ya.
Want to dress like the Doughboys? Get all your favorite Doughboys merch at doughboys.kinshipgoods.com. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.